I'm going to need some contestant names.
Got it.
No, now. No, that's okay. Two will do. Okay.
Hello, people. How you doing? My name's Cookie. Welcome to our show here. How many people are going to be playing the game?
Okay, I'm here.
Why don't you
Feeling
do
good.
this? Go talk to Roger Chen.
Oh, you who? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I need. So you're playing with yourself, huh?
Cookie, please.
Sorry. Just type your name in, okay? Look, all I know is Helen is
Singers, can I get a level on?
Oh, yeah. Are you looking for a 7-question tournament-length game or a full 21-question deal?
Let's
What do you want to be doing? I take that to mean you're not sure. Well, let's just do a full game. Mary Sunshine, come on.
Okay.
30 seconds. Okay, now your buzzer's the letter B. B as in baseball strike.
Someone stole my purple heart.
Oh, bit impatient, are we? Well, that's too bad. I'm just kidding. Hey, come on, let's get going here now.
Okay, pick a category. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. Child stars and heavy drinking. And it looks like you can win 1,000 greenbacks for this one. Get your eyes focused on the screen. Here we go. If you caught Shirley Temple drinking a Shirley Temple, what would you be catching her drinking? 7-Up and... I think not. And here's the right answer. Shirley's drinking ginger ale with a little grenadine, which is made from pomegranates. I'll tell you, that's some pretty hard stuff. It'll cause a hangover so wicked it'll curl your hair and make you tap dance. All right, come on, hit me. We need a category. This one's going to be All's Fair in Love and Tennis. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. The tennis term love is a bastardization of the French word loaf. If Captain Stubing's vessel were called Loaf Bateau, what would the English translation be? The banana boat, the shoe boat, the egg boat, or the zero boat? In case you're curious about the correct answer, the egg boat. I think it could have also been translated to the has-been actor boat. How about it? Hit me with a category. Question 3. The name of this category is Muck This. Pop a right answer for this one, you got 3,000 greenbacks. Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff. If the famous social activist, author, and muckraker Upton Sinclair had a nightmare about one of his most famous works, what image? Being lost in the Congo? Me Tarzan, you stupid. And let's see the correct answer. His book, The Jungle, examined conditions in meat plants. Freud might have had something else to say about dreaming of having one's sausage ground.
You're my question for forevermore. I love you. My question for.
The category behind this question is Great Balls of Fire. This question's going to be worth $2,001 bills. Okay, get your fingers ready. Let's get busy. A white dwarf is a star that is always found in groups of 7, abnormally faint for its height. Abnormally faint because it's near gravitational collapse. And you know what? When you're a few billion years old, you're pretty tired. You're ready to collapse. All right, come on, hit me. We need a category.
Question 5.
The category is Candied Astronomers. Okay, this one might be a toughie. It's worth $3,000. Okay, we're coming at you. Heads up. Galileo is considered one of the great minds of all time. If while he was alive you injected butterscotch into his cerebellum, what immediate result might occur? He might think he tasted butterscotch. He might lose his coordination. See, the cerebellum controls motor activity. If you poked it with something, your coordination might be affected. The butterscotch was just for fun. Okay, pick a category. Uh-oh, best butts fits mine, whore.
It's time for a
Tinker-Lick Test Drum.
The category for this gibberish question? How to rationalize imperfection. Opening value on this gibberish question, $5,000. Now, you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this puzzle, but I'm going to be taking a little bit of money away every second and a half. Now, you know there's no screwing your neighbor in this kind of a question. You ready to untangle some gibberish? Let's do it. What does this rhyme with? Stew, grout love, me paint pad. You might say it after a chess tournament. And 2, you'd say it if you'd won over half the games. Yeah, that's better than 50%. Last hint, it has to do with numbers. Come on, come on. Let's see what you got. Start typing and hit return when you're done. Are you talking to me? On my show? I don't think so. Why don't you take a good look at your score? And next time, maybe you'll think twice before you flip me off. And another thing, I don't like your name. Okay, now that we've dispensed with the pleasantries, let's get back to the game. You were probably hoping you could be healthy, popular, and correct. But listen, Stu Grell love me paint pad. Oh, by the way, no one likes you, and you look kind of pale. How about it? Hit me with a category. Here's the category. A president by any other name would still be a sitcom. A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. When it comes to presidential names, some are more popular than others. Because he shares his first name with the most common first name for U.S. presidents, statistically, which character would have the best chance of becoming president? J.J. James Jr. Evans from Good Times, Alex Keaton from Family Ties, John... Only 2 Johns. And for a place the size of the White House, that's a problem. Should have picked this. There have been 6 U.S. presidents named James. Alright, come on, hit me.
Yeah, man, come along to question it.
The category, Chicks on the Move. Okay, shouldn't be too tough. This question's going to be worth $1,000. Hope you're ready, because here's one coming at you. If Chicken Little is going to see Chichen Itza, where is she going? To see the ruins of a Mayan city to call on a fortune. Great job. Oh, that was the one you picked. Oh, sorry. You know what you could have picked? You could have picked this. The ruins of a Mayan city. So now we finally know why did the chicken cross the road? To get good seats for the human sacrifice. Okay.
Number 9. 9. Number 9.
Next up, prisons and the big band era. Right here, $1,000 for a right answer. Hang on tight, because here we go. If you say it once, it's a function of your vocal cords. If you say it twice, it's the name of a prison. If you say it 3 times, it's a hit from the big band era. What is it? Speak, Leavenworth, sing, or mood?
Whoa! Oh, that was nice.
Too bad you didn't pick this. Sing. Very useful if you wanted to sing, 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 sing at Sing Sing. How about it? Hit me with a category.
Yo, have your fans with nasty number 10.
This one's gonna be Slam Me. You get this one right, you got $2,000 coming at you. Okay, let's get this ball rolling. You meet someone who tells you she knows Amaslan. What do you know about her? She can speak to deaf people. Amaslan is American Sign Language. Nice job. Give yourself a hand. Okay, we're at the end of round 1. Now on to round 2. Now pay attention, because all the questions in round 2 are worth more money. Let's do it. All right, come on, hit.
And now 11.
The category behind this question is St. Paul and prehistoric skunks. I'll pay you $4,000 bills for this one if you get it right. All right, listen carefully. A group of foxes is called a skulk. A prehistoric skunk would be a fossil. St. Paul was an apostle. Which of the following is an epistle? An outhouse, an infected pimple, a letter to Santa Claus, or a priest? No, not an epistle. It's just plain pussy. An epistle is a letter. Now, you be sure to ask Santa Claus for a dictionary. Okay, pick a category. Uh-oh, mess butt tit slime chore.
Once again, it's time for a
Flicker Pitch No Scope.
All right, now here's your category for this gibberish question. Things that make you sweat. The opening value for this gibberish question is going to be $10,000. Okay, to solve this puzzle, you gotta think fast, because every second and a half, I'm ticking off a little bit of cash. Now remember, there's no screwing on gibberish questions. Ready? Put your fingers on your buzzers and tell me, what does this rhyme with? It's not, duh. Eat pits the stupidity. Hint number 1, people say this when it's hot out. Hint number 2, it's when it's hot and the air is wet. Last hint, this is what the heat index is all about. Alright, tell you what, let's try it like this. God, I'm dying. This heat is unbearable.
Do you feel all sticky?
Yeah.
Well, honey, it's not to eat. Pit's the stupidity.
I can definitely tell it's human, because you got the frizzies on that question. And no, I don't know what that means either. I'm just reading off my teleprompter here, folks. How about it? Hit me with a category.
Question 13.
Alright, let's see what we're doing here. Primary colors and inappropriate teaching methods. And this one's going to be worth $2,000. For this question, let's say you're an art teacher and you want to teach your students about primary colors. You take your class into the washroom and ask them to observe as you urinate into a toilet filled with blue water. To the student's surprise, the water has turned brown, turned yellow, turned green, or remained blue. It's now green.
Hey, teacher, can we go back to finger painting now?
Okay, pick a category.
Doobadoo-wah, doobadoo-wee. It's question 14.
The name of this category is Wherefore Art Thou a Cokehead? You're going to be pretty good if you get this one. It's worth $6,000. Okay, hang tight. Put your fingers on your buzzers. Here's the question. In a bizarre test of manhood, 4 Shakespearean characters try to do a line of cocaine for every line of dialogue written for them. Who will have to snort the most coke? Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, or Richard III? Yeah, Richard could brag to the other patients at the Betty Ford Clinic that he'd done 1,124 lines of coke, but at least one other guy there wouldn't be impressed. Now, the correct answer is Hamlet would have to do 1,422 lines of coke. Of course, by that time, he'd also be able to stick his finger in one nostril and have a poke out the other. All right, come on.
Evergreen, self-esteem, beauty queen, eruption spleen. Here's question 15.
The category: Hearts of gold, heads of stone. A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. Okay, try to get a mental picture of Mount Rushmore. Looking at the 4 presidents' heads from left to right, how would you best describe the sequence? Alphabetical order, reverse alphabetical order, chronological order of presidency, or some weird order that makes no sense? It's totally weird! From left to right, it's Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and then Lincoln. And if I were Lincoln, I'd feel snubbed. How about it? Hit me with a cat.
Question number 16. And I like it too.
Next up, sex, violence, and literary terminology. This question's going to be worth $2,001 bills. Get ready to buzz, because here it comes. There was a young man of Penzance who rogered his 3 maiden aunts. This is the beginning of what type of poem? A limerick, a haiku, a sonnet, or an epic? A limerick. There was a young man of Penzance who rogered his 3 maiden aunts. Then the 3 aunts blew his head off. The end. Okay, pick a category.
17.
Here's the category: cocaine and astrology. It's gonna be worth $4,000. Okay, get yourself set, it's time. If Aquarius were a drug dealer, which sign of the zodiac would he ask for help if he needed to weigh 3 grams of coke? Libra, Capricorn, Aries, or Scorpio? Look straight ahead and say bye-bye. Here's what you should have guessed. Libra, the scales, dude. How about
Song Tuesday.
the category is the good old days. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff. According to a popular commercial from the 70s, she can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and also bake a great flan. Clean. If you get dirt on your can, maybe your aim's a little off. Should have picked this. Never let you forget you're a man. Of course, if that's something you're in danger of forgetting, she might need more than perfume to get you going. Alright, come on, hit me. We need a category. The category behind this question is, so, what do you call yourself? And we are talking 4,000 big ones. Get your eyes focused on the screen. Here we go. Scotland is to Scottish as Latvia is to Latvia, Latvian, Latvianese, or Lettish. Oh, I'm sorry, that's incorrect, but it was a really bad guess. And let's see the correct answer. That's right, they're known as the Lettish. How did you know? You must have had a Lettish fetish. Okay.
Wow, honey, it's question number 20.
Alright, let's see what we're doing here. Metamorphosis of a rock band. And this one's going to be worth $2,000. The Butterfly goes through 4 stages of development. If the early 70s band Iron Butterfly had used different names throughout their career to reflect the butterfly stages of life, their name just prior to Iron Butterfly would have been what? Iron Grub? In case you're curious about the correct answer, pupa. The 4 stages are egg, larva, pupa, and lastly, adult. Tell you something, one time I drank whiskey and listened to Inagata Davida until I puked it all over my beanbag chair. How about it? Hit me with a category. Enter the attack. If you see 2 words, oh, you already got the rules down, huh? Let's not waste time. Match on this. As big as a house. Remember to keep that glue handy because you'll need it. Here we go. Begin the attack. game! Hey Blair, you ever hear that expression, just scratching the surface? Well, maybe you'll get that far next time. Or maybe not, since it seems perfectly clear that you don't know Jack.
Due to the White House Christmas special, Don't Diss Me Like That will be aired next week at its regularly
Hey,
scheduled time.
great
But now
show,
here's
everyone.
Eggnog and
Really,
share the
really
holiday show
great
with the President,
work.
First Lady,
Cookie,
daughter Amber, and her friends.
contestants.
The White
What's
House
the plan?
Christmas special on WBSI.
Listen, excuse me.
60 seconds.
Nate, but I heard they fired you.
They didn't fire me. I mean, we had creative differences. But listen, I got a lot of stuff lined up out here. I mean,
Look, Nate,
I got a lot of action.
Nate,
out here
I got a
right
show
now,
to
you know?
do. Say hi to the family. I'll talk to you.
Oh, now my little cousin doesn't have time to talk with me.
You used to be Amish?
Hello, people. How you doing? My name's Cookie. How many people are playing the game with us today? Oh, poor you. You don't have any friends today. Oh, well, let's have your name.
A bunch of people that...
They lie through their teeth. You know what my home life is like.
I know all too well.
One other thing. Are you looking for a full 21 question? Okay, fine.
30 seconds.
Okay, you have the letter B as your buzzer. That's B as in who's buying the beer tonight?
For ourselves.
So the other day, Helen,
Okay, just chill. We'll start the game. Jeez, just chill.
How about it? We need a category.
Let's have some fun. Here comes question one.
And this question's category is people who eat people. $2,000 for right answer. Okay, imagine this. Barbara Streisand is making a sequel to the 1972 comedy What's Up, Doc, called What's Up, Papa, Doc, co-starring a famous dictator. Based on the country he ruled, where might they film it? Haiti, India, Tibet, or Uganda? Uganda? Nah, that's Idi Amin country. They're busy doing a remake of Eating Raoul. And over here we have the right answer. Papa Doc Duvalier brutally ruled over Haiti for 14 years.
Memories of the time you flogged my feet, bloody blistered, tattered memories.
Come on, we need a category.
Here comes question two. It'll make you feel brand new.
And this category is Revenge of the Salad Bar. $2,000 riding on this one. Okay, look closely at this poster and listen to this director's pitch. We've got girls in bathing suits being chased by a monster that crawled out of a rotten lima bean. What is the best title for this film? Plan 9 from Onion Space, The Thing with 2 heads of lettuce, Creature from the Black Legume, or The Brady Brides. A lima bean is a legume, and a rotten bean might be a black legume.
Hey girls, it's your favorite, lima bean casserole.
Take your pick. What do you say?
Put on your pants for the naked dance. 3.
This category is bad vacations throughout history. $3,000 for this one. Okay, ready. Pretend you live in Europe in the year 1582 and you're looking to take some time off of work. If you can only take your vacation on these dates in 1582, which would be the shortest vacation? July 4th to the 7th, April 28th to May 1st, October 4th to the 15th, or February 1st to the 20th. 30 days, half September, April, June, and you're wrong. Let me show you what someone smart would have picked. In 1582, the Pope introduced a new calendar, so the day after October 4th was October 15th. Oh, and this year you promised the kids you'd take them to a witch burning, too. All right, go ahead and pick one.
Shaking up the floor. Shaking up the floor.
The category, and a happy new year. Get it right, get $2,000. Get your fingers ready. Here's one coming at you. If someone says to you, Merry Christmas, they're wishing you Yuletide cheer. But if someone says to you, Merry Trismas, they're hoping you're enjoying your what? Radioactive hydrogen, wheat crackers, lockjaw, or maybe you were thinking of triptych. Or maybe you just weren't thinking. Now the correct answer is If you have trismus or lockjaw, you have difficulty opening your mouth.
Merry Christmas.
You're yours, pal.
Okay, pick a category.
Number 5.
The category is... If New Jersey is America's armpit, 2 G's for a right answer. Get ready to fill in that blank. You've probably been told once or twice to stick it where the sun don't shine. But if someone told you to stick it in the sunshine state, to where should you travel? Okay, let's see. Type in your answer and hit return.
You want to go to Florida, the Sunshine State.
Maybe you can stick it up your Tallahassee. Come on, we need a cat.
Oh, this is really big. This thing is huge. 6.
The category is the Bermuda Love Triangle. And this one's gonna be worth $1,000. Guess what? You're going on vacation. Say you just signed up for the Bermuda Love Triangle tour package. The package includes 3 days and nights for you and 2 of your closest friends to visit the 3 hotspots that make up the Bermuda Triangle. Where will Bermuda, Miami, and San Juan are the 3 points of the Bermuda Triangle. Hopefully you won't go down with your friends there. I said with. How about it? We need a category. Okay, coming up, this category is wallowing in the mud by the information superhighway. Get this right, get $2,000. Okay, peel your eyes, free your mind, 'cause here we go. That lovable spider Charlotte has formed a non-profit arachnid writer support group and is creating the Charlotte's webpage. Per internet guidelines, what could the page's address be? www. Not gonna do it. Let me take a second of my time to show you what's right. Non-profit groups, internet addresses, and an ORG. Word is, Charlotte was also thinking about calling her webpage theotherwhitemeat.org. Take your pick. What do you say? An outstanding selection, because under that category is one major league point-racking question, the dis or dat. And the category for this dis or dat question is, what other Americas? Now, I'm going to read off a list of 7 countries, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's located in Central America or South America. As each one comes up, if it's a... Oh, you already know what you're doing. Okay, give me 30 seconds on the clock then. Let's dance. Costa Rica, Central or South... Suriname. Nicaragua. Ecuador. French Guiana. Honduras. Last one. Belize. That's all 7. What can I say? I got nothing to criticize here. 7 out of 7. Yeah, just another day at the office. All right, let's move on. All right, go ahead and pick one.
It's party time.
Here comes number 9.
Category: Santa and rags. Okay, the right answer nets you $1,000. Okay, get your fingers ready. Let's get busy. What famous Christmas movie could have inspired the tabloid headline, Stamp Save Santa's Sanity, Letters Let Lovable Lug Leave, Miracle on 34th Street, How the Grinch Stole... During his sanity hearing, Kris Kringle is saved by the U.S. Postal Service. But the real miracle on 34th Street was that the letters got delivered at all. Come on, we need a category.
Hey, Master Blaster! Won't you find an answer? It's 10!
All right, next up. Canals of Convenience. This one's going to be $3,000. All 5 of the Great Lakes have decided to say screw it and move within the borders of Canada. Which of the Great Lakes might have to marry a Canadian citizen to stay in Canada because she does not have any Canadian borders? Lake Michigan is gonna have to get used to cooking round bacon. It's okay though, I'm sure with time she'll really grow to love Lake Winnipeg. Halfway there, 10 more questions coming at. Okay, pick it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
And we call this one another reason not to visit Michigan. We got $4,000 on the table. Hey, did you know that modern cornflakes were the invention of the Kellogg brothers? If Mikey of Life cereal fame had the reaction to his breakfast food that Dr. Kellogg had wanted from the original cornflake eaters, what would happen? Dr. Kellogg believed that a vegetarian diet consisting of his flakes would lower one's sex drive.
He likes her. Hey, Mikey. Oh, man, I need a cold shower and a bowl of flakes. Quick!
How about it? We need a category.
12.
This one's gonna be absolutely nothing to do with penis envy. And this one's worth $2,000. Okay, time to do some flipping through old permanent records. Check what I found in the school psychologist files. Subject shows normal adolescent need to rebel, find unconventional friends, but a strong desire to return to the womb. Possible manslaughter involved. Who's the patient? Laura from Little House on the Prairie. Anne of Green. Little House on the Prairie? Try little score on the computer screen. In case you're interested, here's the right answer. Dorothy blew town off the couple of witches, then decided that Kansas is where she really wants to be. I think that kid's gonna be in therapy for a long time. Alright, go ahead and pick one.
Take the elevator ride to 13.
Category, let's do it. Dots aren't just for eyes. This one's worth $4,001 bills. Okay, hit your buzzer when you know the answer and then type it in. You know, I'm trying to remember. What's the name of that thing? You know, you use it in a sentence. You use it when there's no conjunction. It relates the two independent clauses in a compound sentence. It kind of looks like a period with a tail. What is it called? Okay, let's see if you know it. Type in your... Hey, when you're through, don't forget to hit return. Hey, how's that burn feel? Let me take a second of my time to show you what's right. A semicolon is sometimes used between the two clauses of a compound sentence instead of a conjunction. It's also used when you don't have the strength to write a full colon. Take your pick. What do you say?
And the number in your dreams, 14.
The category. Jeffy's channeling me! And this one's worth $4,000. If you read the strip, you know that the dead grandfather in the family circus shows up to silently help out every now and then. If the kids wanted to talk to Grandpa and decided to use the method for questioning the dead that Odysseus uses in the Odyssey, what would they do? Have Billy draw the strip for the day. The dead in the Odyssey were thirsty folks, so Grandpa might come floating if the kids sat out a bowl full of blood. When Gramps materializes to lap up that little tasty treat, they can ask him why their heads are shaped like that. How about it? We need a category.
I want your 15.
The category is... Why would I want to watch a show about Eeyore? Pop a right answer, you got $4K. Okay, hang tight, put your fingers on your buzzers, here's the question. Imagine a powerful episode of ER in which the surgeons decide to live by Hammurabi's code of laws for doctors. If George Clooney's character kills a patient, how will he be punished? His hands will be cut off. They'll give him an embarrassing haircut. He'll be buried alive with the corpse, or the patient's family will take over his house.
Here's a little spending money.
Too bad you didn't choose this. According to Babylonian law, his hands will be cut off. And while you're at it, cut off the hands of his damn publicity agent. Come on, we need a cat. Uh-oh, Chestbutt sits grime floor.
It's time for a Senior Lake Test Run.
Here's a gibberish category. Floss daily or else. Opening value is 10 grand. Now, you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this puzzle, and I'm going to be taking away a little bit of cash every second and a half. Okay, eyes straight ahead. What popular phrase does this rhyme with? Spit's got rust. The slob spits a bad denture. And don't get fooled by the punctuation. It's a slogan for the armed forces. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. It's a slogan for the armed forces used to try to recruit people. It's a lot more than a job.
You couldn't figure it out. Come on, soldier. You're supposed to be the best of the best. Besides, Spit's got rust the slob. Spit's a bad denture.
Come on, war's a rocking good time. They couldn't say that on TV if it weren't true. Okay, pick a category. The category is juice, toast, milk, and international law. We are talking 4 big ones. Okay, take a shot at this. What would be the most appropriate name for a breakfast cereal made by the Worldwide Crime Fighting Agency? World Court Krispies, Group of 7 Nuts and Grains, Honey Wheat Interpolos, or NATO Nuggets? No, but the World Court, or the International Court of Justice, offers legal rulings to members of the United Nations, and it stays crispy in milk. Here's what you should have picked. The International Criminal Police Organization that's sweetened with a touch of honey. Hey kids, get your own fake passport in specially marked boxes. Alright, go ahead and pick one. And this questions category is Secretaries of the World Unite. Looks like a toughie, 6 grand. Alright, fingers limbered, cause here comes the question. If your secretary were a secretary bird, how might you be killed if you asked it to work weekends or pick up your dry cleaning? Bitten in half, kicked to death, pecked through both eyes, or sexually harassed to death? The secretary bird kicks its prey until it dies.
Yeah, Nancy, can you come in here to take a memo?
How about it? We need a category.
Question 19.
This category is B movies to catch up on. $4,000 behind this one. Check this out. If the monsters in the 1980 movie Attack of the Killer Tomatoes have been wiped out with blasts from a giant laser gun, which of the following headlines would be botanically correct? Violent vegetables eviscerated lasciviously. Botanically speaking, you're wrong, and so is President Ronald Ketchup is a vegetable Reagan. Too bad you didn't pick this. A tomato is a reproductive organ of the tomato plant, so botanically, it's a fruit. In the movie, the tomatoes are actually killed by a song on the radio. Since it was 1980, I'm guessing the killer was Air Supply. Take your pick. What do you say?
Super stuff. No special. 20.
And this category is the 4-star greasy spoon. We got 4 grand on the table. All right, here we go. If actress Mary Louise Parker opened a diner that served dishes named after films she's done, what might you find on the menu? A reservoir, fish called Wanda, shortcuts of Mystic Pizza. Care for some anchovies with your wrong answer? Shoulda picked this. Mary Louise Parker appeared in Fried Green Tomatoes, which would be a movie about fried unripe fruit, right? And Boys on the Side. Yeah, waitress, I'd like some fried green tomatoes with boys on the side.
How'd you like your boys cooked?
Over easy, thank you. Okay, pick a category. The attack is now. Oh, you already know the way this works. All right, make sure your match fits this clue. And the last name is... I wonder what this one's about. Good luck. With less than nothing, and I bet you feel a little bit like you just discovered your fly is down. You're looking around to make sure no one noticed. Well, I noticed, and I also noticed this.
You don't know Jack!
Very good show, everybody. Let's roll commercials, and Cookie, what's going on here?
Well, what do you know? You made it to the...
Already.
Hello.
What's up?
1, 2.
Wow! Lady!
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, go for Helen.
Contestants, how you doing? Welcome to our show. Why don't you tell me how many people are going to be playing this game? So you're playing with yourself, huh?
Cookie, please.
Sorry, just type your name in, okay?
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I just thought, it's my job to ask, so,
Anybody have any model?
Okay, you want to do a 7? Cool. Roger that. Your buzzer is the letter B, as in Betsy Ross.
Ray?
Yeah.
You know what?
Kill the goose lamp on 2. Thank you.
20 seconds.
Hey, we got 20. All right. Question comes on the screen. You think... Wait a second. Come on, let's get going.
Take it in.
Come on. What the hell are you looking at? I said go!
Okay, pick a category.
We're number one. We're number one.
The category? Cheating at tennis. Okay, swing this one and I'll give you $2,000. Get your eyes focused on the screen. Here we go. Imagine you're playing the top-seeded tennis player at Wimbledon and know you'll probably lose in straight sets. Which of the following could you legally do to distract the other player? Allow a wasp to sting you, then scream, throw your racket, introduce a second ball into play, or according to the United States Tennis Association rulebook, a scream resulting from a sudden wasp sting would be considered an involuntary means of hindering an opponent, therefore perfectly legal. And I hear John McEnroe used to bring an actual beehive to his matches. Category time. What's it gonna be?
Down. Question 2.
This one's gonna be touched football. Okay, this isn't gonna be easy, but you're looking at $3,000. Imagine the Village People performing their hit YMCA during a halftime show at the Super Bowl. While singing YMCA, the Village People also do the famous dance. Which letter do they make with their arms during the dance that does not mimic a football official's signal? Y, M, C, or A? There is no football signal equivalent to the C. Unless you count the guy in the stands reaching down the aisle for a beer and a hot dog at the same time. How about it? Hit me.
Ooh, right in the threes. That's gotta hurt.
3. The category is, what happened to the toilet bowl? And we'll pay out $3,000 for this one. Wipe off your finger and get it ready. Let's get busy. Which of the following sanctioned college football bowl games never existed? Grain Bowl, Cherry Bowl, Gotham Bowl, or Mercy Bowl?
Holy negative numbers, Batman. Your score's going down.
Too bad you didn't pick this. The Grain Bowl. Never a college bowl game, but always a source of 9 essential vitamins and minerals. Part of a complete breakfast. All right, come on, hit me. We need a...
4.
Here's the category. Why you bugging? Okay, $2,000 is coming your way if you get this one. So, you feeling anxious? Me too. Let's go. Which of the following schools is not shown with its proper nickname? Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, John Carroll University Ladybugs, UC Santa Cruz Banana Slugs, or Arkansas Monticello Bull Weevils? John Carroll University actually calls itself the Blue Streaks. Which is a lot better than what they called themselves when their school color was brown. You. Okie doke, give me a category.
The corner pocket, number 5.
And the category is the last humble athlete. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. Hang on tight. Here we go. Which one of the following negative-sounding names is not the name of a horse that won the Kentucky Derby? Grandma's Shame, Shutout, Regret, or Genuine Risk? Grandma's Shame is not the name of a Derby winner. Actually, that's my family's name for Grandpa. How about it? Uh-oh, Miss Butt-Tit Slime Chore.
It's time for a Nickerclish Restroom.
The category for this gibberish question, virgin whore complexes. The opening value on this gibberish question is $5,000. All right, to solve this puzzle, you got to think fast, because every second and a half, I'm ticking off a little bit of cash. All right, listen up. Take a look at this and tell me, with what slogan does this rhyme? Kate Chased. Best thrilling. Here's your first hint. It's from a commercial. Chia Pets? A commercial for a light beer. It's yummy. It's not heavy. It's also about to end for you. Let's go! It's the age-old argument.
Kate Chased, best thrilling. Kate Chased, best thrilling.
I think those commercials need a third group of people yelling, "Get a life!" Okay, pick a category.
Tag team naked skydiving tonight at 7.
And the category is things you can catch in a wave. And this one's going to be worth $1,000. Everything in place? Because here she comes. If Miss Manners were a professional surfer, what would she know to be the proper etiquette in case of a shark attack? Do a dolphin call, politely ask the shark to leave her alone, splash water and scream, or punch the shark in the nose? Politely ask the shark to leave her alone? No, that would make her a lovely meal.
Prepared in just minutes.
Let's see what a good player would have answered. Miss Manners' best bet would be to punch the shark in the nose. They don't like that. Category time.
2, 4, 6, 8. Question 8 is jailbait. Go 8.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. Get a grip. All right, $3,000 is riding on this one. All right, get yourself set. It's time. If the makers of G.I. Joe with Kung Fu Grip decide to market a line of sports figures with the Varden Grip, which of the following athletes would make the most appropriate model? Tennis star Jimmy Connors. Nice try, incorrecto. Here's what you should have guessed. The Varden grip is the overlapping hand grip used by most golfers today. The Greg Norman doll will also lead all the other dolls going into the final round. Then it'll start choking. All right, come on.
The German judge gives a
9.
And this category is Jack in the USSR. The amount on the table is $3,000. All right, let's get this ball rolling. Imagine you were a Russian citizen in 1976. If you were participating in the Ready for Work in the Defense of the USSR sports program, in which of these sports would you be able to participate? Hammer and sickle combat. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, and I'd hammer some sense into your head. Anyone interested in the right answer? Here you go. Grenade tossing was actually a sport, along with marching, skiing, and running. Though for some reason, grenade catching never caught on.
I got it! I got it!
How about it? Hit me with a category.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Here's your category. Midnight Expo. Right here. $1,000 for a right answer. So I heard Oliver Stone's working on this new movie about 2 Major League rookies. One batter's right-handed and the other's a lefty. They take turns playing the same position based on who the opposing pitcher is. What's the most appropriate title for this Oliver Stone? Switching the players in and out of the lineup to bat against different pitchers is called platooning. I get so depressed when this happens, especially when the runner gets shot down running to first.
No, Johnny!
All right, that's 1 round down. Now don't get distracted by the round card, girl, because we're off to round 2. All right, this is round 2, and 2 is twice 1, which means all the questions are double. Sounds good, huh? Okay, let's do it. Okie doke, give me a category. 11. The category is, they would do a lot better if they blinked occasionally. And this one shouldn't be too tough. $4K for this one. On your marks, get set. Here's the question. Hey, it's a comeback tour for Shields and Yarnell. This time they do a little mime, then play a little volleyball. If Shields and Yarnell demonstrate the husband and wife defense, what happens? They both go to... Wait a minute, hold on. There, I just mimed wrong for you. Let's take a look at the big money answer. The husband and wife defense occurs when 2 players fail to communicate and the ball drops between them. The Shields and Yarnell defense is when the other team gets bored and just stops watching. All right, come on, hit. Uh-oh, best putts fits mine, whore.
Once again, it's time for a Liquor Piss Stone.
This gibberish questions category is strike-breaking pilots. We're in round 2, so this gibberish question is going to start off at $10,000. Okay, now remember, you don't have a lot of time here, so the less time you take, the more money you make. Here we go. Tell me something. With what TV commercial jingle does this rhyme? Biff Fly, good. He fight strike. Okay, here's a little hint. A bunch of kids say it. They say it in a commercial about a sports drink. Aid, something aid. It stars Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Okay, let's see if you know it. Start typing and hit... All right, you held up for all the hints, and you struck out. Bummer. Hey, what do you want to be when you grow up, Billy?
Fight strike. Befly good he fight strike.
Yeah, you and every other kid in the universe. Category time.
The thrill of victory, the agony of 13.
The category behind this question is Journey to Fogeyland. And this is $4,000 here. All right, time for Anthropology Corner. Let's check out some field notes. Tribal elders set forth on a ritual journey across hilly terrain, avoiding or besting mailed. And let's see the correct answer. It's a description of a senior golf tournament. And when they pair off to play, it's called a double fogey. Hello! Okay, pick a cat.
All sports, all the time, you're tuned to 14.
The name of this category is... Run, run, run! $6,000 is riding on this one. Hope you're ready, because here's one coming at you. Godzilla is the Fenway Park's outfield as Niagara Falls is to what? Kauffman Stadium's outfield, Coors Field's infield, Pro Player Park's foul territory. No, and I'd like to take a second right here to point out their athletic stadium is named after a beer. How pathetic. You know what you could have picked? You could have picked this. Fenway's got a wall called the Green Monster, just like Godzilla, and the Kansas City Royals Kauffman Stadium has a waterfall past the outfield fence. And all that running water explains why the outfielders always stand with their legs crossed. Okie dokie.
It's question 15. It's question 15.
The category is stumbling, dribbling, and drunk. You get this one right, you got $2,000 coming at you. Get ready to buzz, because here it comes. If Alcoholics Anonymous operated under the same rules as the NBA, how many steps of their 12-step program could you complete and not be called for traveling? 2 steps. According to the rule book, 5 steps is illegal. Unless you're Shaq, and then it's fine. This is the correct answer. Any more than 2 steps is supposed to get you the whistle.
Hi, my name's Patrick Ewing, and I'm a traveler.
Hi, Patrick.
How about it? Hit me.
16.
The category? Guns N' Roses on ice. And we are talking 4,000 big ones. Imagine this. In an attempt to revitalize their tragically short career, Guns N' Roses decides to take its music to the ice. During their Welcome to Our Jungle of Ice-Capades tour, Axl Rose caps off his performance of Used to Love Her by performing his patented Axl Waxl. What exactly? No, but boy, would Slash look hot in one of those skimpy skating outfits, huh? Yeah. And here's the right answer. A waxel is a failed axle jump, and an axle is a failed attempt at being cool. All right. And the category is Beat the Pete. And if you can figure this one out, I can pay you $4,000. Okay, listen up. Let's say teams who win more than one title are awarded a bag of peat moss for every additional consecutive title. If teams who repeated as champions were awarded a bag of peat moss for every consecutive year they were champs, which team would have the most peat? Montreal Canadiens, New York Yankees? Well, they won 5 in a row once, so they get 5 bags. Of course, they don't really need it with all that fertilizer that comes out of Steinbrenner's mouth. Well, in case you're curious about the correct answer, back in the 60s, the Celtics won 8 NBA titles in a row. The coveted 8-peat.
8-peat? You're croak if you eat that stuff.
Category time. What's it going to be?
How many holes in golf?
18!
And the category is, could you do that again? Hello, this one's worth $6,000. Okay, hang tight, put your finger on your buzzer. Here's the question. In a single game in 1905, James Blackstone made bowling history. What is his never-replicated feat? He used a human head as a bowling ball. The only pin left standing in the whole game was in the last frame. It was the bottom half of a broken pin. Yeah, the officials gave James a 299.5 score for the game. And then they laughed at him for 6 straight hours.
Okie doke, give me a...
19 here! Get your ice cold 19!
Here's the category. Primetime Olympic sponsors. And this one's $4,000 for a right answer. Damn, the Olympics are getting so commercial these days. Which of these unholy alliances could actually happen because it involves the only sport listed that has not been discontinued? Baywatch motorboating, the home improvement hammer throw, Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman golf, or the French? No, but doctors on a golf course does seem like a natural. Let's take a look at the correct answer. The hammer throw is still an Olympic event. It's also what I plan to do the next time some handyman grunts at me. Okay, pick a category. 20! This one's gonna be things Daddy can't fix. And this one's gonna be worth $2,000. Okay, coming at ya. Heads up. Suppose Tori Spelling gets her own show on which she demonstrates...
Ow, my nose!
In breaking techniques, the nose is not used as a weapon. And you can't do a show next season if you're dead, Tori. All right, come on.
Jack attack time. You already know what you're doing. Okay, make sure your match fits this clue. Your team's name sure is colorful. That's your clue. Begin the attack.
Hey player, you ever hear that expression, just scratching the surface? Well, maybe you'll get that far next time. Or maybe not, since it seems to me that...
You don't know Jack!
Great show, everybody. Can we please cue the commercials? And Cookie, can you tell me the story about 60 seconds.
Come on, let's go, people. One birthday party should not disrupt the sound booth this much.
Go grab yourself a...
Does anybody have any flaws?
One player, that's fine. Means you can't use the carpool lane, but we're still okay now. Okay, you wanted 7 questions? Yeah, all right.
30
you got
seconds.
it. That's what I needed. Thanks. Player, your buzzer is... well, there I go yakking your off when you want to play. Well, excuse the crap out of me, all right? Strike up the band. We're starting the game.
Okay, I need a category. The category is Who's Atari Now? And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Okay, you Atari nut, imagine this. You're playing asteroids on your Atari 2600, but instead of shooting asteroids, you have to shoot the faces of people who have asteroids named after them. Whom will you get to shoot? No, you don't get to shoot Jefferson's Starship. Now wait a second while you compose yourself. Okay, let's continue. For the curious, here's the right answer. Ringo Starr, along with the rest of the Beatles, has an actual asteroid named after him. So you can walk up to Ringo and go,
Hey, Ringo, you asteroid.
category, please. The selection is McCriminal Justice. $1,000 at stake on this one. All right, it's time to take a trip to McDonald Land. Given his sticky fingers, with what crime should Hamburglar be charged? Extortion, libel, perjury, or larceny?
Nuh-uh.
Bet you wish you'd pick this. Larceny is just straight out taking someone else's property, which is what Hamburglar is known for. His punishment will be to wear a silly mask and run around making turkey noises. Oh, wait. I need a category.
1, 2, praise the Almighty 3.
And I believe this one's called 4-letter word for what you don't know. $3,000 for this one. So you like crossword puzzles, right? Well, see if you can solve part of one now. 1 across, Arthur Blank, crossword puzzle creator. 3 down, daily journal containing first crossword appearance. What 2 words fit these clues? Fox, Champagne Courier, Godfrey Daily News, Miller Liverpudlian Review, or... No, Arthur Godfrey was a TV show host in the 50s. I think he hosted shows like Nice Wrong Answer, Loser, and Man, It Sucks to Be You. Should have picked this. Arthur Wynn invented the crossword, and the first modern crossword was published in the New York World. And soon, delighted children all over the world discovered words like rattan and aves. Okay, pick a category.
You can't stop at 3, no, you gotta head for, yeah!
Okay, give it up for... It all started with my mother, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Let's rock. Which of these superheroes' reasons for fighting crime is the best example of the Freudian concept of sublimation? Captain Marvel being chosen... Sublimation occurs when aggressive impulses are altered and expressed in more acceptable ways. So basically, all that truth and justice crap is a defense mechanism against hatred and madness. Now that's the stuff of heroes. All right, hit me.
Let's blow this time and head for number 5.
Well, looks like this category is touching your stones. $2,000 for a correct answer. Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. If you took a Touchstone Pictures movie and literally used it as a touchstone, what would you do? Look for...
Oh, excuse me.
Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. A touchstone is a rock that was used to test gold and silver by striking them against it. Thank God at least one person got some use out of that movie. Okay, I need a category. Let's see what we got going. The Pope got a ring in his Cracker Jack. How does $2,000 sound? Hey, you know how it's a sign of respect when someone kisses that big old ring the Pope wears? Well, imagine that the Pope owned a mood ring. So take a look and tell me, what mood is the Pope in? Anxious, sensitive, tense, or happy? If the Pope felt sensitive, the ring would be green. And I'll tell you, I wouldn't be kissing a finger with something green on it. Here's what you should have picked. From what I can see, the Pope's mood ring is bright blue. That means he's pretty happy today. And why not? He's got a cool hat and a nice ride. He's styling. Category, please.
7, lucky 7.
Well, what do we have here? Middle American Indian. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Think fast. Which of these icons of suburbia is also the name of a Native American tribe? The Winnebago in the driveway, the flamingo in the front yard, the hibachi on the... The Winnebago tribe now lives in parts of Wisconsin and Nebraska. And I'm sure the tribe and the motorhome company are thrilled that their name is now associated with fat old beer guzzlers. Okay, pick a category. I got some good news for you. You're about to move into a dis or dat. This dis or dat's category name is In the House with a Mouse. I'm gonna read you a story. So you already know how to play. Okay, let's put 30 seconds on the clock then. Let's dance. Cat in the Hat, Rapper Duck, Busta Rhymes, Sam I Am, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Gerald McGrew, Yertle the Turtle. One more, Biggie Small. That's all she wrote. You dropped a couple, but I've seen worse. Let's check out your total. Okay, I need 3 more categories. Hit me. I need a category.
Aloha, question number 9.
Pucker up for. Pick this question to see a bare butt. Get it right, I'm handing over $2K. Okay, look closely at this naked picture and tell me, what would you wear to get this tan line? Chaps, culottes. When you wear chaps, your ass is hanging out, so you're gonna get a nice reverse tan line. So when someone tells you to stick it where the sun don't shine and you're wearing chaps, it'll be a much quicker process. All right, hit me. All right, time to get hot and bothered because you've been invited to a 3-way. All righty, here's the deal. You're going to see a 3-way like this one. If you buzz in when the correct member of the 3-way is lit up, it's $1,000 in the bank. But watch out, if you're wrong, you'll lose $1,000 every time you're wrong. And be careful, individual answers don't necessarily have anything to do with the 3-way as a group. So, let's get going. Let's just say this one's known as Lock Up Your Cattle and Get Your Gun. So it seems we'll be joined by Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Time to start seeing the goods. Let's hope you're up to it.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
Okay, must stop. Can't take it anymore. Looks like we've reached our climax. Now let's see how you scored. Well, maybe 3-ways aren't your thing, but hey, it's always good to experiment. Unfortunately, that won't help your score at this point, but anyway, let's check it out. So, is it as good for you as it was for me? Probably better. Okay, let's get on with the game. Okay, either you finished round 1 or you have another round to go. You know, depending on how you look at these things. Now remember, everything in round 2 is worth double, so heads up. Okay, pick a category.
Don't look now. It's question 11.
This one's called Ew, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Flex those fingers, because here it comes. Suppose there were a country called Boogerland whose sole industry was making used tissues. What would you call the value of all the used facial tissues sold in any 1 year? Yearly underwritten commodities, gross national product, consumed production rate, or CPR? No, that's what you do if you consumed snot-filled tissues. The correct answer is... the value of a country's entire product output is called the gross national product, or GNP.
Come on, people. We gotta step up production or we're gonna fall behind Poopville this quarter.
Category, please.
I'm getting a reading of 12. Over.
For your enjoyment, excuse me, G.I. Joe, I've got to use the head. Hello, we're talking $6,000, so pay attention. Attention, patriots, now hear this. Instead of candy, participants in your next Veterans Day parade throw G.I. Joe action figures. Given this, what would you definitely not be able to brag about getting at the parade? Beachhead, sneak peek, Hummer, or... Well, it's good to know you're not getting sneak peeks of the correct answers. Let's take a look at the right answer. There was never a G.I. Joe action figure named Hummer. Boy, that would really hurt if you tried to catch one of those.
Hey, throw it to me! Over here!
I need a category. Say hello to weird things you won't find at Spencer Gifts. And get this one right, you got $4,000 coming your way. Ready? Imagine this. If your chia pet were suffering from alopecia, what would happen to its hair? It would fall out, it would have dandruff, it would turn white, or it would develop...
I use conditioner, but my alfalfa sprouts still end up all unmanageable.
See, now, I could have given you some cash if you pick this. Alopecia is the medical term for baldness. When this happens, you've got to spring for the extra $5 Rogaine seed pack. Okay, I need a category.
Ain't no love like number 14.
Here we have, grab your beret and wake the kids. How does $4,000 grab you? Hey, it's time for the Family Avant-Garde Film Fest. Now, each week, we recreate a cutting-edge movie that is carefully censored for family viewing. Let's hear a clip from this week's show.
Any of you move and I'll execute every last one of you!
What film are we recreating? Angel, Pulp Fiction, Thelma and Louise, or Mary Poppins? You're hearing a heavily censored moment from Pulp Fiction. It's still pretty good, but the part where Travolta gets shot sounds like this.
Ow! Goodness!
All right, hit me.
Not 14, not 16, you're right in between.
This little number's known as Barely Alive from New York. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Hey, remember when the only thing you had going on Saturday night was Saturday Night Live?
Oh, boy, I remember that. Boy, I do.
Here?
I love that show. In fact, I got a question about it. You want to hear it? What do you think, boy?
Well, all right. Well, why not? You know, I think we've got ourselves a guest host question. Welcome aboard, old man. Great. I'm glad you're here.
Oh, you mean now?
Yeah, just talking to the mic.
The mic? This thing?
Yeah, it's a mic.
Okay, hello. 1, 2, scoodly-doo.
Yeah.
1, 2, hello.
Yeah, we got
Mikey,
that. Yeah, we got the
microphone.
levels.
Sibilance,
You're on.
sibilance.
Give us a question.
Okay. If I were... Excuse me. If I were to ask the oldest person ever to host Saturday Night Live out on a date, what would be my pickup line? Hey, gold to my ear, you look cute. You're sweet, Candy. No way, wrong. Candy hosted the show many times. So many I can't even count them all, but she wasn't the oldest lady around, not by a long shot. Okay, boy?
In case you're wondering,
Miskel Spillman. She was the oldest host of Saturday Night Live. You may be sitting at the keyboard wondering, who is this Miskel Spillman? Is she some kind of famous actress or a dancer or something? Well, no, she wasn't. She was a little 80-year-old hottie who won the Anyone Can Host contest. Hey, wait a minute. Anyone can host. Hey, Cookie, that was fun. Can I be the host from now on?
yeah, no, you cannot be the host from now on, but you can leave and take this thing, this bag. What is that?
Don't even ask. I'm out of here.
Bye. Category, please. Uh-oh, blah, 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 blah.
It's time for conversation.
Let's see if you can make sense of this gibberish category. The real ending of Citizen Kane. We're talking $10,000 prize on this gibberish question. Okay, you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this, but every second and a half, I'm taking away some money. Okay, tell me, with what popular expression does this gibberish phrase rhyme? Rosebud, faux guitar. And don't get thrown by that colon in there. First clue, it's a nice way of saying you're wrong. Why would you do that? It's a nice way of saying you're wrong when someone's almost right. Last clue, anybody care for a cigar? Or maybe a keyboard? Talk to me, type in your answer and hit return. Come on, why do people do this? It's just childish.
That's the last straw, man. I'm not going to stand for this no more. I say, cut off their fingers for typing in the naughty words and shove them in their mouth and sew their lips shut. And
no, that's really harsh.
Force them to run them out of town on a rail.
Wait, why don't we take some cash away first?
Or that. He's gonna do it.
Yeah,
man.
I know, that sucked. Let's change the name. Let's give him a different name. That'll piss him off.
That always works. That's
yeah.
How about,
all right.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't think that's how you spell it.
No. Well, all right, idiot. Okay, let's get back to the game.
What'd you call me?
No, I was talking to the other guy.
Oh.
Oh, too bad. Rosebud faux guitar. What kind of reward is a cigar anyway? Hey, good job. Go get yourself a little mouth cancer. Okay, pick a category.
On the big bayou in Louisiana, question 17.
Coming at you. Hey, babe, nice mantle. One right answer and $6,000 head your way. Okay, let's see if you can figure out the name of the geographical figure that placed this personals ad. Former landmass seeking single continent to share love of geography and travel have been separated from North America, Europe, and Asia for over 300 million years. Can you shift my plates? Who placed this ad? Geoprism, Gondwanaland, Laurasia, or Oceania? The giant landmass that made up the Northern Hemisphere millions of years ago is called Laurasia. She dated some guy named Pangea back then. It was a real nasty breakup. Okay, I need a category. The category? The opening night party must suck. $2,000 for a correct answer. Get this, you've paid hundreds of dollars for tickets to the latest Andrew Lloyd Webber musical, waited months for the opening to arrive. That night you put on your best formal attire and head for the theater. But guess what? When you arrive at the theater, you see a sign out front proclaiming, "No theater tonight." What the hell happened? All the costumes were stolen, heavy rains flooded the theater, some Japanese actors took over the place, or an avalanche destroyed the sets. No theater, spelled with an H, is a stylized form of Japanese theater. And you know what they say, no theater is good theater. All right, hit me. shake hands with. Middle-age crisis and fruit. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. So, you remember the song Cruel Summer by Bananarama? Say Bananarama releases a song called Cruel Spring after reading T.S. Eliot's poem, which begins, April is the cruelest month. What might the tour be called? The Song of Myself.
This'll just be our little secret.
Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. T.S. Eliot's poem is The Wasteland, so Cruel Spring would be part of the Wasteland Tour. I bet if Eliot saw the band, he'd change that line from Do I Dare Eat a Peach to Do I Dare Eat a Bananarama? I need a category. This one likes to go by The Rise and Fall of Small Ugly Creatures. Set up straight, this one's worth $6,000. Hey, remember David Bowie's alter ego Ziggy Stardust and his backup band The Spiders from Mars? Well, imagine Ziggy is planning a comeback but can't get the Spiders from Mars back together. If he wants another spidery band, which of these should he not choose? Tarantulas from Beyond Space? Daddy Longlegs are not actually spiders, although they're closely related. It's just as well. The dim lighting on stage is just a recipe for disaster.
Guitar solo, Stig. Oops, I've stepped on Stig.
Okay, pick a category. You're about to embark on the attack. Hit your buzzer when you see... Alright, fine. You want to get to the attack? Consider it done. You may need this clue. Show me the money. Yeah, right. You gotta earn it first. Good luck. Just think, if you only got one or two more questions right, you'd just be embarrassed instead of utterly humiliated. Oh, and while I'm adding insult to injury...
Great show, everybody. Lovely work as usual. Raul Han, what's going on now?
Congratulations, we had an opening on the high scoreboard. Well, thank you for filling our slot. If you'd like to play again, just let me know.
60 seconds.
That is a doozy. I mean, there ain't nothing gonna take care of that except some electrolysis.
Chop, chop, Raoul. Can we have some names?
I'm on my way.
If Scott Baio were...
Yeah. Hey there. This is Raoul. Boy, are you lucky I'm a morning person. How many people do we have playing? One player. Hey, don't worry. We'll be your designated friend. Go ahead and type in your name.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yes, that's camera A.
Oh, and do you want a 7-question game or a 21-question game? All right, got it. No problem.
30 seconds.
Correct.
Your buzzer is the letter... Ooh, someone's a little cocky. All right, fine. Hey, tell the band to put out their cigarettes. We're going to start rolling.
Category, please.
Question 1 is taped before a live studio audience.
This category is known as You Sure Have a Way with Inanimate Objects. You get it right, you get 2K. All right, you know on Happy Days how Fonzie has a special way of making things work for him? What would Fonzie say is the best way to make a jukebox play? Sit on it, knit on it, hit on it, or when Fonzie wants that jukebox to play, he smacks it or kicks it. He also used to have an Edsel, but he broke his wrist and 2 fingers trying to get it to work. All right, pick a category. All right, give it up for sharing the laughter and love with damn near anyone. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Ready? Catch this. Suppose Maggie on Growing Pains divorced Jason, married the fall guy, then left him and married Ward on Leave It to Beaver. If she kept the surnames in order, who would she be? Maggie Seaver, Seaver Clavin, Maggie Seaver, Beaver. In order, the Growing Pains family name is Seaver. The fall guy is called Seavers, and Ward is a cleaver, giving us Seaver, Seavers, Cleaver. Which means her show would be Growing Guy Pains Beaver. Give me a category.
This is question 3.
We're calling this one, and you thought alphabets were cool. $1,000 at stake on this one. Yeah, check this out. A major cereal company is going to start a new line of cereals that celebrate the golden age of television. If one of the cereals creates an ad that says, "Come have a bowl of some delicious this is why we can't have nice things. Here's the one the winners pick. Jimmy Durante of The Jimmy Durante Show has the nickname Schnazola. They were going to put marshmallows in there too, but then they realized that having big noses in the same bowl as these milky, gooey things probably wouldn't be the most appetizing breakfast. All right, I need a category. Let's take a look at the long charm of the law. $3,000 for this one. Not that you've had any trouble with the police, but you do know that the motto of many police departments is to protect and serve. If serve meant the same thing as it does in the Twilight Zone episode To Serve Man, what would the cops do when you called 911? Speed to your house and eat you. Cater to your every need until you go mad.
No, stop feeding me grapes and fanning me. I'll go mad. Okay, I'll take the grapes.
Okay, now, here's a good answer. So in this Twilight Zone episode, aliens arrive on Earth bearing a book called To Serve Man. Earthlings are thrilled until somebody figures out that it's a cookbook. So then when you get arrested, they wouldn't frisk you. They'd tenderize you. Time to pick a category. All right, don't freak out on me or nothing, but you're about to jump headfirst into a Dis or Dat. And this Dis or Dat questions category is, they're all black and white on my TV set. Pay attention, I'm going to read off 7 shows, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it was broadcast in black and white, color, or both. You know what's going on? Excellent, here's 30 seconds. It's showtime. Bewitched, black and white, color, Bonanza, Hogan's Heroes, I Dream of Jeannie, I Love Lucy, The Munsters. Last one. That's all we got. Hey, you got 5 wrong. You know, in the TV industry, they say, that sucks. Let's look at the damage. Okay, the next one won't be so... Throw me a category. For your viewing pleasure, not all repairmen show crack. You get it right, I'm giving you $1,000. Okay, let's say you got a TV repairman out to look at your set because the picture keeps getting all snowy. If your repairman is from the Outer Limits repair shop, what'll he most likely say? It's entered the fifth dimension. At the very beginning of Outer Limits, when the screen goes all snowy, the voiceover says, "There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture." Of course, you're still going to be billed for the service call. All right, pick a category. Order.
Don't shoot. Got him ordered.
Tonight.
Savory.
I love you, question 7.
Here we have TV with a staple in its belly button. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. One question coming right up. Which of the following is not true about the 1960s syndicated TV series Playboy After Dark? It aired in '69. The show featured partial nudity. It was first called Playboy's Penthouse, or Lenny Bruce was one of... While the show did feature things like bunnies playing Twister and all, it did not feature any nudity whatsoever. But if it turns you on, I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm not wearing any pants. Category, please. This one's called Rich Man, Poor Man, Denim Man, Acid Wash. You're looking at $3,000 on this one. Okay, you remember ABC's groundbreaking adaptation of Rich Man, Poor Man? Yeah, well, based on the name of the family featured in the miniseries Rich Man, Poor Man, what might viewers say while watching Peter Strauss and Nick Nolte as the lead character? Ooh la la, so wrong. The correct answer is... Rich Man, Poor Man follows 2 decades in the life of the Jordache family, which is a happy coincidence because Peter Strauss and Nick Nolte have bodies that were made for designer jeans. And hey, I don't care what you think, there's no denying a great package. Give me a category. I believe this one is called 6 Feet Under Melrose Place. You give me a right answer, I'll give you $3,000. Check this out. In a horrible mix-up, a major client has left Melrose Place's D&D advertising for DAA advertising. In order to win back her client for D&D, Amanda must sabotage the... Amanda would have to kill Michael Stedman. He's the creative director of DAA on 30-something. And then, if you ask her nicely, she'll kill all the rest of those yuppie suckholes. Yeah, you heard me. All right, I need a category. Open wide and get ready for, when they say edited for TV, they mean it. $1,000 if you get it. Hey, imagine this. If Richard Chamberlain were to consolidate 2 of his most famous roles in TV miniseries, what character would you find him playing? A samurai priest. He wasn't in Lonesome Dove, and he wasn't in Rich Man, Poor Man. Speaking of poor, here's the one you didn't pick. My close personal friend, Dick Chamberlain, starred in 2 of the biggest all-time miniseries as an English samurai in Shogun and a tortured Australian priest in The Thornbirds. So he kills people, but he's racked with guilt about it. That'll do it for round 1. What do you say we move on to round 2? Now in round 2, every question is worth twice as much, so there's going to be some big cash moving around. Let's get to it. Throw me a category. Let's have a big warm welcome for Holy Bonet, Batman! If you know this one, you're getting $4,000. Ready? Imagine this episode of Batman. Imagine that Bruce Wayne hires Dwayne Wayne from a different world as his sidekick. What new bat device would Dwayne most likely introduce? The Bat Plunger. Bat Plunger? No, that would be if Batman hired Dwayne Schneider from One Day at a Time, see? Hey, if you got a minute, take a look at this. On a different world, Denise Huxtable's friend Dwayne Wayne is the guy who always wears those flip-up sunglasses. Yeah, Batman likes the new glasses. He just gets into trouble when he tries to wear them at night. To the Batmobile, Dwayne. Ow! Time to pick a category. Shake hands with, give me some skin. How does $4,000 grab you? All right, here's a little helpful hint for you. Ophthalmologists recommend you visit the eye doctor once a year. Say your eye doctor tells you that your eyesight has deteriorated from watching the Playboy channel without getting it de-scrambled. What would be the most appropriate response? When you get a TV signal, it's all changed and everything, so it can't be received without a decoder. That's encryption. And contrary to any other rumor you may have heard, that's the thing that makes you go blind. Give me a category.
15!
And our special guest tonight, apocalyptic soaps. You want $6,000? Give me your right answer. Hope you're hungry. It's question time. Imagine that the world of As the World Turns stops turning and sends all of its past cast members hurtling through space. Who of the following would remain? Julianne Moore? Gee, that makes your cash less. I love this job. Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? Sharon Stone is the only one here who never had a part on As the World Turns. Yeah, it's too bad she wouldn't go hurtling into space. You can never have too many heavenly bodies. Category, please. Hey, bless smut with dime store.
It is time for our tribulations.
Let's see if you can make some sense out of this gibberish category. How did he get mono? The opening value of this gibberish question is $10,000. Now here's the deal. The more time you take, the less cash you get. All right, heads up. Buzz in when you can tell me what phrase this rhymes with. From the phlegm he acquired. First clue, it's an announcement to parents. It's an announcement to parents that the toys do not come put together. Yeah, welcome to the Christmas Eve from hell. Last clue, some ability to read directions required. Now assemble your thoughts and buzz in. Make me proud. Type in your answer and hit return. Why aren't you typing? Some assembly required, which for my dad also meant plenty of swearing required too. And drinking. I hate him. All right, pick a category. Today's specialties include, did I ever tell you about my Uncle Ron? One right answer and you got $6,000 coming at you. Hey, if anyone ever tells you that the cast of Welcome Back, Kotter was typecast after that show, you drop this bomb in their lap. What un-Horshack-like role did Ron Palillo play? Oh, I could have given you some cash if you picked this one. In the 1983 cartoon Rubik, The Amazing Cube, Ron Palillo, TV's lovable Horshack, extended his career by providing the voice of a Rubik's Cube that came alive and had magical powers when it was solved. That's one unsolved mystery I can live with. All right, I need a category. May I introduce Not So Sweet 16. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. Put your head between your knees because we're going down. What did James of James at 15 get on his 16th birthday? A car, sex, marijuana, or arrested? Arrested? What, did he have one of those traditional rite of passage stick up a liquor store kind of birthdays? Why didn't you pick this one? On his 16th birthday, James lost his virginity to a Swedish exchange student. Yeah, when I was 16, the closest I got to taking a Swede for a ride was borrowing my dad's Volvo. Throw me a category. Well, what do we have here? Eek! 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Here's the question. If your house were infested with the smallest of the kid performers on the Mickey Mouse Club show, what kind of traps would you set out? Musketeer traps. Meesketeer. You big dummy. So you don't lose any sleep over it. The smallest kids on the Mickey Mouse Club show are called Meesketeers. And my exterminator told me that if you see one Meesketeer, you probably got a couple dozen hiding in the baseboards. Time to pick a category. Coming at you, whatchamacallit vision. This one can get you $6,000. Let's see how you handle this one. Let's imagine that instead of television, TV was named after the person who was considered its inventor. What would it probably be called? Gleicher vision, Edison vision, Marconi vision, or Zworykin vision? Vladimir Kozma Zworykin is considered the father of modern television. Zworykin vision. I think if you want to see any Zworykin, you're going to have to get Cinemax. All right, pick a category. The category is, what about my kiss? I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Okay, imagine this. While watching the end of The Waltons, you hear "Good night, Chet," and "Good night, David." What has probably happened?
Hey there, young lady. What do you say we get a little better acquainted? Oh, what the hell is that?
What do you say we check out the right answer? "Good night, Chet. Good night, David" was the regular closing to NBC's Huntley Brinkley Report, a news show in the 50s and 60s. Later on the 11 o'clock news, the bedtime story. Is it killing your children? Find out tonight. Category, please. Let's see what we got going. They only make little green cars. How does $2,000 sound? See if you can wrap your skull around this. If you buy a Martian-made car with the same abilities as Uncle Martin from My Favorite Martian, what'll happen when you raise the radio?
Yes, with this antenna, I can read that man's mind, and clearly he wants to let me pass.
For the curious, here's the right answer. Just like Uncle Martin, if you raise the antenna, your car is going to disappear.
All right, let's get some tunes going. Damn foreign cars.
Give me a category. Well, someone's in a big hurry to get to the attack. I wonder if you could find the time to look at this clue. After the initials. I'll see you after this jack attack. So long. Less than nothing. It's a good thing you didn't have any competition, because then everybody would know that.
Beautiful. Very nice work, people. Hey, Raul, what's up? Are we doing another one of these?
Holy mackerel. Did you expect to see your name up there on the high scoreboard like that? Probably.
60 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like the iambic pentameter is off.
Raul, give me some names, babe.
All right, be right there.
Hachi Machi.
Hey there, I'm Raul, and congratulations on successfully installing the game. Now, get over yourself and tell me how many people are playing. So, you're playing with yourself, huh? Hey, no jokes from me. Just go ahead and type in your name. Left. Oh yeah, you want a 7-question game, tournament length, or full 20? That would be way cool.
30 seconds.
You have the letter B. Oh, I see you're in a big rush. Hey, sorry. Let's start the game, Mavis.
Okay, pick.
I'm sorry, Dave. It's question 1.
Chew on this. What America wants. This one's worth $1,000. Hey, you know how some states have a 7% sales tax? Well, suppose your state has a 7% solution instead. Given Sherlock Holmes' habit in the film, what would consumers have to do whenever they bought anything? Snort cocaine, kill the cashier, set the store on fire, or spend their...
But Holmes, how can you be sure you've got the winning lottery numbers?
Elementary, Watson. I deduced that my birthday hadn't hit all year, so...
I lost again!
For the curious, here's the right answer. In the 7% solution, Sherlock Holmes is a cocaine addict, so consumers would have to snort some coke with every purchase. Yeah, so for you folks out there who want to curb your excess spending, keep on buying stuff. You'll OD sooner or later. Have a nice day. Category, please.
Cut the red wire! Watch out, it's gonna blow!
That was close. Too close. Let's give a nice warm welcome to, what the hell do the French know anyway? I'm giving out $3,000 for a right answer. Okay, Jerry heads. In the 1980s, Jerry Lewis directed a movie featuring former NFL linebacker Dick Butkus. So imagine this. If Lewis tried to explain to cast member Dick Butkus what his patented video assist is, how could he put it in terms that the NFL veteran... No, and if Jerry's not nice to Dick, he's liable to get a camera somewhere else than in his jock. Let's see what a correct answer looks like. Back in the late 50s, Jerry Lewis developed the technique of hooking a video camera to a film camera so he could instantly review his scenes. The technique is still widely used today. And Dick Butkus? Well, for some reason, France has yet to embrace his subtle comic stylings, but he's real big in Belgium. All right, hit me.
A question so real you can almost touch it. Filmed in spectacular 3D.
Now showing, bringing up Bambi. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Strap on your helmet, we're going in. Based on Bambi's first spoken word in the movie, whom could you assume is Bambi's favorite basketball player? Buck Williams, Tree Rollins, Kevin... Buck Williams. Very logical, very wrong. The correct answer is... Bambi's first word is bird. His next words were...
While Larry may have been lacking in pure talent, he made up for it in guts and raw determination.
I need a category.
My question for...
This category is known as Historically Significant Wastes of Good Film. You get this one right and it's $3,000. Hey, you know how some companies are using old film footage for their TV ads? Well, considering the activity captured in the oldest film housed in the Library of Congress, which of these products would most likely use that footage for a TV commercial? Is that a wrong answer that just popped out of your neck? Bet you wish you'd pick this. The earliest film found in the Library of Congress features one of Thomas Edison's assistants sneezing, so the man could have really used the tissue. I guess critics back then weren't as concerned with things like plot. Okay, I need a category. It's a 5! The selection is Fun with Head Wounds. How does $2,000 sound? Hey kids, it's time to play Forensic Pathologist. Take a look at this photo and tell me, which dangerous activity most likely caused the death of this subject? Dating Syl from Species, angering a scanner from Scanners, fighting Odd Job? No, that would look like a clean severing at the base of the skull. Talk about hat head. Here's what you should have picked. During a very memorable French kiss, Syl drives her tongue straight through the back of a man's skull, killed by a sexually voracious alien supermodel. You know, I can think of worse ways to go. Category, please.
Password.
Yeah, tell him 6 sent me. This one's called The Funny Side of Going to Jail. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Get your finger out of your ear and listen up. We're going. No doubt you've heard of your Miranda rights, but what warning is most likely one of your Carmen Miranda? Carmen Miranda was a famous 1940s film star from Brazil who wore an enormous tutti frutti headdress. And when you're talking about the legal system, juries are much more lenient to a defendant who's got a huge tutti frutti headdress. Trust me on this one. All right. Uh-oh, wet suck tit shine floor.
It's time for a Digger Lake test run.
Let's see if you can make sense of this gibberish category. Biology for complete idiots. Gonna start out with $5,000 on this one. Now check it out. As the time disappears, so does the money. So the sooner you buzz in, the better. Okay, now follow along and see if you can tell me what movie title this rhymes with. Small frogs grow, new Kevin. And don't get tripped up by the punctuation. First of all, it's an animated film, and it's not by Disney. It's an animated film about dead pets. Oh God, not that Stephen King one, I hope. Last hint, picture Benji with wings and a halo.
Wait, so what happened to the original Lassie?
Don't worry, son. Small frogs grow, new Kevin.
Yep, all dogs go to heaven. Now you know where raindrops come from. Okay, pick a category. I proudly present Funny Papers and Funny Movies. 2 G's if you get this one right. Grease yourself up and get ready to wrestle. Based on his nervous habit in The Producers, which comic strip character might Gene Wilder have used? Interesting choice. Let me show you what someone smart would have picked. In The Producers, Gene Wilder has an obsession with his blanket, just like Linus, and they have a similar hair dilemma. I need a... All right, here's the deal. A hard ass by any other name. And you're playing for $3,000 cash money. Put it in gear, because here we go. If Rambo had the same characteristics as the person or thing that inspired his name, what might we have seen him doing in First? The author of the book First Blood, David Morrell, says that Rambo is named after 19th century French poet Arthur Rimbaud.
Yo, just because they're prisoners of war doesn't mean we can't free their minds with poetry.
Okay, The category is duck, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Flex those fingers, because here it comes. Say you're making duck soup when you run out of duck and are forced to use ugly duckling films for your stock instead. Which movie will not be spicing up your tasty broth? Stella Dallas? Not now, Voyager. Let's take a look at the right answer. Stella Dallas is just another tired old mother gives up everything for her daughter because she loves her story. That's it for round 1. Let's go to round 2. Every question in round 2 is worth twice as much, so we got some... Category. Okay, give it up for good head. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Okay, take a good look at this picture and tell me, who most likely carries this photo in his wallet? Dr. Frankenstein from Young Frankenstein? Sorry, that brain was Abby normal. And besides, it's Frankenstein. Should have picked this. Dr. Huff. Dr. Huff. The guy from The Man with Two Brains is in love with Anne the Brain, who lives in a jar. So that makes him the only man in the free world who wants to come in a little cup. I need a category.
Did someone order a 12-inch sausage?
Oh, my.
Coming at you, The X-Files. And we're talking 2,000 for this baby. Just step up and take a swing at this one. If your neighborhood porno theater decides to clean up its act by only showing X-rated films that have won an Academy Award for Best Picture, what is the only film it could screen? No, maybe Marlon should have tried to butter them up. It would have been so beautiful if you'd only picked this. In 1969, Midnight Cowboy, a film about a male hustler, picked up Oscars for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Screenplay. And then Midnight Cowboy picked up Oscar. But that's another story. All right, hit. And I believe this one's called I Fell Asleep on the Couch Again. You get 4,000 clams for this one. You know, I saw part of a movie last night, and now I can't remember what it's called. Buzz in and type when you think you can help me. The movie starred the psychiatrist from one of those Batman movies, and one of the supporting characters from Apocalypse Now. I know Tom Cruise is the main star in it. And it's about auto racing. What is it called? All you had to do is type this. Nicole Kidman, Robert Duvall, Cary Elwes, and Tom Cruise star in Days of Thunder. You know, when I rented it, I figured it took place at a burrito joint. Okay, pick a category. Hiya! Say hello to another word that starts with F. 6,000 big ones for a right answer. Whoa, must be tough. Pull out your antenna and get ready to buzz. If ABC reworked that classic TV Western F Troop into a new series called F-Stop, what would be the best choice for the basic premise of... The F-Stop is the setting on a camera that tells you how much light is being let into the camera's lens. As opposed to effing stop, which I'm sure the director of F Troop had to yell on the set when things got a little too wacky. Category, please. Hey, all right. Guess what you just picked? It's time to play Dis or Dat. The category for this Dis or Dat question is, he's not a rat, he's a dweeb. Listen up, I'm going to read 7 names. Okay, maestro, if you think you know the rules, I'll go ahead and put 30 seconds on the clock. And let's go. Frank is here. Dino. Demi. Judd. Rob. Sammy. Last one. That's all she wrote. 6 right. Not quite perfect, but you can't get any closer. Let's throw it into your score. Didn't have that before, did you? All right, let's move on. Okay, I need a category. Let's see what we got going. Don't go there, Godzilla. And you pop a right answer, you got $2,000. Let's see how you handle this one. If all of Godzilla's movie foes formed a lynch mob to get revenge, which of the following Disney characters might lead the way? Dumbo, Cinderella, Bambi, or Mickey Mouse? Dumbo? Anything I said to you right now would be way too easy. Bet you wish you'd pick this. Bambi vs. Godzilla. Oh yes, it's an actual movie. Personally, I'd like to see Godzilla go up against Barney. I need a...
The following question has been rated 17. No questions under 17 permitted.
Well, what do we have here? That ain't no mint on my pillow. You give me a right answer, I give you a quick 4,000. Hey, have you ever stayed at a really cheap hotel? Then maybe you can relate to this. Hello, front desk. Can you please do something about the dancing bear in the hallway and the brother and sister having loud sex in the room next door? At what hotel is this? The Hotel California. No, that's the hotel with Don Henley. I just check out. Wait, oh yeah, I could check out anytime I'd like, but I could never leave. Yeah, that's right. Let's see what a correct answer looks like. The Hotel New Hampshire features dancing bears and an incestuous Rob Lowe and Jodie Foster. It sounds like more fun than the Democratic National Convention, huh, Rob? All right, hit me.
Question 18. Honor student by day, stripper by night.
For your enjoyment, Secrets of the Drive-In. How does $2,000 sound? Imagine this. You're at a drive-in and you decide to visit the concession stand. The problem is they only sell foods that have been used in titles of movies. Which of these will you not be enjoying? Popcorn with imitation butter, a big box of... As far as I can tell, there ain't never been a movie called Milk Duds. But if there were, both the movie and the candy would cost you about $8 each. Category. The category, if Sonny Bono can do it, 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Uh-oh. Keanu Reeves has decided he wants to be a congressman. Imagine this. To increase his odds of winning, Keanu decides to run for Congress in each state used in the title of one of his movies. Which state will be spared from watching Keanu campaign? Feeling Minnesota or just feeling stupid? For the curious, here's the right answer. Johnny Utah is the name of Keanu's character in Point Break, but it ain't in the title of one of his movies. Boy, if he wins a seat in Congress, maybe that surfing bill will finally get passed. Okay, here we have Be All That You Can Be. Just don't get caught. This one can net you $6,000. Oh man, not only can Frank and Sammy and Dean sing, they can act too. They even did a couple of films together, like this one. Ocean's 11 is about a group of ex-army buddies using the skills they learned in the service. Based on what they attempt in the movie, what could Frank, as Danny Ocean, organizes his buddies from World War II and gets them to apply what they learned in the Army by robbing several Las Vegas casinos. So if Hussein ever decides to vacation in Nevada, he better make sure Frank ain't running maneuvers over at Caesar's Palace. Okay, I need a category. Time for the attack. When you... you think you know the attack, huh? I got news for you. Not all attacks are equal. Here's your clue. You're on the air. Now what do you have to say? I'm all ears. Talk to me. here, just think, if you only got 1 or 2 more questions right, you'd just be embarrassed instead of utterly humiliated. Oh, and while I'm adding insult to injury...
You don't know. All right, that's a wrap, everybody. Get the commercials rolling and roll what's happening. We going again?
It begins with Hollywood's funniest...
Well, look at you. You made it to the high scoreboard.
Greetings. Welcome to the ride. I'm afraid I can't promise you any scantily clad caricatures on the floor where you're headed. That was a cheap marketing trick used to get you to pick the dairy products floor. I mean, really, who would pick dairy products for a game? Anyway. How many of you are there? Just one player? I mean, great. Only one player. Is this your first time riding with us? Welcome back. Please type in your name. Good, thank you. Remember to be all you can be. And hey, gooda luck. Oh, I have to cut down on dairy. So bad for my throat.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of You Don't Know Jack the Ride is sponsored by Lactose John's Ladies of the Evening. Come meet our girls. And now, here's the host, delicious as his name, Cookie.
It's a pleasure to see you. You know, I think we're going to have a good game here. It's going to be just like butter. Well, I hope you took your Lactaid. We're taking a ride on the Milky Way. Okay, buzz in and lock onto the highest value you can. Your category is... Dairy, I need your huggin'. You got your head in the game? Good, because here's the deal. $5,009 if you can handle this, baby. Here it is. If you wanted to use real butter to butter up your lover, which of the following should you say? Your eyes are blue as the Land O'Lakes. You're the best ever, I promise. You're stacked like a country crock. Country crock? Stick with a brick house, Commodore. You're gonna be sleeping in the Lando couches. Land O'Lakes is the only one of these brands that sells real honest-to-goodness butter. And it looks like you'll be keeping yours on ice. Okay, hit your buzzer and try to snag the highest value you can. Okay, give it up for Dairy Fresh Rock and Roll. Get your buzzer finger ready. Here we go. What dairy treat might you expect to be served in a white room with black curtains near the station? Ice milk, cream.
Hello?
Watch and learn. White Room is a hit by Eric Clapton's old band, Cream. I tell you, this guy Clapton is in a whole dairy aisle by himself. All right, it's time to choose the value. Here's your category. Are Cracker Jacks kosher? You know how sportscaster Harry Carey always shouted, "Holy cow!" Well, if Harry Carey said "holy cow" because he believed cows to be sacred, what religion did he probably practice? Feels good, don't it? Cows are considered sacred by Hindus, especially when they hit home runs.
Holy cow! Holy cow!
All right, bang your buzzer, and we're calling this one. No thanks, I'll just spread some vomit on a cracker. And right this way, please. Suppose a group of dairy farmers are having their company photo taken. Instead of, "Say cheese," what should the photographer say to get them to smile? Say pasteurized blocks of yeast. Say pressed and matured milk curd. Say non-lactose oxygenation process. Or say hormonal...
Pressed and matured milk curd.
But if you really want these farmers to smile, just put a teat in each of their hands.
Hey, what are you doing? Get your hands off that holy teeth! Holy cow!
Hit your buzzer to choose the value of the next question. Coming up. Now whip your cream and beat your eggs, too. Hey, you were a kid once, right? Well, you've surely heard the phrase, last one in's a rotten egg. Well, if the last major fighting nation to enter into World War II were a rotten egg, which country would smell like sulfur? Italy, France, Russia, or the United States? We stink. We didn't join the war until 1941. That's why we're known as the land of milk and nanny boo-boo. All right, buzz in for the cat. I like to call this category, I get soggy in milk. Hey, you know how nations are always boycotting the Olympics for one reason or another? Well, say the Olympic Village serves cold cereal for breakfast. Because its athletes are more likely to be lactose intolerant, what country will most likely boycott? Asians are more likely than any other ethnic group to be lactose intolerant. But given the choice between soy milk and sushi on my Wheaties, I'll take the fish. Now select the highest value and see if you hit the jackpot. Could I interest you in some roadkill? Alrighty, remember to buzz in on the item that correctly unites the pair on the screen. And don't forget, bonus cash for the bonus puzzle at the end. Alright, put it in gear, we're going. Formal dance party and zany redhead Lucille. What unites these two? The cards are dealt, and applause. Female elephant and flick in your hair. Brady holder and show blank. Fish covering and series of musical notes. Hockey trick and symbol high blank. Deals with the fly in your soup and dump blank. Okay, it's bonus time. What do all the correct answers have in common? Are they all items found in a warehouse? Things you tap? Items in my front pocket? Things on which you melt cheese? Cures for lactose intolerance? Things that contain milk? Things you tap? You nailed it! Rack it up! Here's a tip for you. Don't get all hopped up on Twinkies, okay? You'll thank me later. All right, there it is. Let's keep moving. Hey, buzz into selective value. Well, I've seen better, and I've seen worse, and I've seen France. Well, here's your category. Little Jack Horner got a better meal. Hey, remember that old nursery rhyme went something like this? Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet eating her curds and whey. So tell me, what the hell is whey? The liquid part of coagulated milk molds? Nope, the stomach lining of a calf is called rennet, and yes, it is used to make cheese. Anyone for fondue? Well, what do we have here? Whey is the watery part that separates from the solid milk curds when making cheese. I like mine in a rocks glass with vodka. Hit your buzzer to select the value. Ah, you blew it. Here's your category. Mount Olympus could have used a Starbucks. You ready? Let's go. So tell me, which of these is not a half and half? A centaur, a harpy? I think I'll be taking my coffee black from now on. A cyclops is just a big old guy with one eye in the middle of his forehead. Okay, select the value of the questions. Thank you. Are you sitting down? Well, of course you are. You're at a computer. At any rate... Oh, get out of here! It's time for a dis or dat question. And this dis or dat questions category is... With a little effort, you can show up at the same time. Okay, listen up, because I'm going to read off 7 words, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a word that begins with chicken or a word that begins with egg. You're going to get some money for each right answer, and you lose cash for a wrong answer or any you don't get to. Okay, you have 30 seconds to get all of them. And here we go. Wire, chicken or egg? Head. Peter. Liver. Box. Roll. Feed. You barely got more than half of them. You're slightly above average. Isn't that comforting? Let's see your new total. That's what your current score looks like. Let's keep going. Hit your buzzer to choose the value of the next question. Oh, God. Here's your category. Crying over spilled milk. Hey, remember that 70s court case in San Francisco where the murderer got a reduced sentence for saying he was hopped up on junk food when he did the crime? Well, considering the famous defense used in the case, who would have been the most appropriate defense lawyer for the murderer of politicians? What a pity. In case you're wondering, Twinkie the Kid? Well, yeah, I guess it was known as the Twinkie defense. Maybe he can lasso as a judge who knows a just ruling from his, snowballs. Okay, hit your buzzer and try to snag the highest value. This one's called... This used to be Sean Penn's playground. And now, the question. Say Madonna used a hand pump to get her breast milk flowing before feeding her baby. Which of her songs would best describe this process? Open your heart. Mothers can express breast milk by using a hand pump. But how she got milk out of them cone-shaped boobs, I'll never know. Well, it's highly unlikely I will. All right, bang your buzzer and grab the highest. Smell that derriere. Oh, sorry. Here's your clue. McDonald had a farm. Yeah, so we've heard. Quit bragging about his damn farm already. I hate that guy. Damn, 7 for 7, and against very stiff competition.
start treating me right. I need your whole heart, not just 2%. Oh, how I long for you every night. When you moved into our cottage, I said,
And turned all the fans on dogs with snakes.
Yeah, but don't worry. You
You can't catch mono.
Hi, how's it going? How many of you are out there today? Got it. Just you and me, huh? Great. I need your name. 45 seconds. See an icon you like? Pick it. 30 seconds. Okay, your buzzer's gonna be the letter B.
Now the man who doesn't know the time of day, even in the clock store, Bobby.
Wow, look at you playing headrush by yourself. Hey, can I let you in on a little secret? You're gonna win. Now then, here's what you gotta do. After a question, all right, let's do it. Okay, pick a category. This one is underground rock. Looks like this one's going for $10,000. Okay, we've all seen Schoolhouse Rock. Am I right? Great. If Conjunction Junction were located on the Underground Railroad, what would be its function? Hooking up runaway slaves? Before the Civil War, the Underground Railroad was a secret way for escaped Southern slaves to go north and be free. You can't beat it. Support a good cause and learn good grammar at the same time.
Hey, don't badmouth your grammar. She's a good lady.
Old man, get out of here.
I'm going.
Category, please. Oh, come on! It's just a category. Say hello to Benjamin Franklin was an idiot. How does $20,000 sound? Here's the pitch. If American Eagle Outfitters were named after the bird that Benjamin Franklin wanted the American national bird to be, where would people go to shop? Crow Outfitters? Bob White Quail. Wait a minute, wasn't he like the vice president a few years ago? Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. If Ben Franklin had his way, the American national bird would be the turkey.
On sale this week only. All winter coats lined with stovetop stuffing are 20% off.
Alrighty, pick one. Now serving, Superman's got a new hobby. Get it right, I'm handing over $20K. Okay, now imagine Superman gets tired of the whole hero thing and takes up a quieter pursuit, like classical music. If Superman becomes the superconductor of an orchestra, which of these... A superconductor is a substance that can carry electricity without any electrical resistance. I need a category. Have a nice nap.
Hey, move over, host boy. I gotta ask these kiddies a question. Here we go. These guys get old man's moaning memories. Hey!
Looks like this category is...
Go play with yourself.
And you pocket 20,000 clams if you get this one.
So this here's one of those questions where you gotta type in the answer as soon as you know the... Ow! Concern it! I stepped on something. Ow! Looky! It's a piece from that old game. Oh, what was that called? Oh, yeah. I think it's that toy that you use to make colorful pictures. Yeah, you make the pictures with little colored pegs.
Oh, that must be what you just stepped on, old man.
Duh, hey now. When you plug it in, it lights up the picture you just made. The two words in the name of this thing, they
rhyme, right?
Right, they rhyme. Hey, what is this thing? Why the heck can't I remember this? Oh, man, you make bright things with light.
Is it light bright, old man?
Ooh, maybe.
Light bright. I remember as a kid, I always wanted to eat those pegs. You know, kids can be so stupid. Oh my God, spit it out, old man, spit it out.
Oh, I couldn't help it. They look so delicious.
Hey, can we get a glass of water here, please? Let's move on. Okay, I need a category. May I introduce, it's still bad for your teeth, 20,000 bucks for a correct answer. A 1, a 2, a 3. Let's say you want a snack that's loaded with chlorine, argon, and potassium. Considering their symbols on the period... Well, you got the none part right. See, now I could have given you some cash if you would have picked this. CL stands for chlorine, AR for argon, and K for potassium. Put them all together, you got Clark. Well, at least eating a lot of candy won't give you zits. It'll just make you look like you dipped your face in acid. Okay, pick a category. This baby is MTV is our new government, and it's worth 20,000 bucks if you get this one right. All right, now listen up. You know how the real world starts out with the cast telling us that it's a true story about 7 strangers? Well, imagine you tune in one day and you hear this instead.
This is the true story
of 9 strangers
picked to sit on a bench
for the rest of their lives. Find out what happens when people stop being nice
and start passing judgment.
What's the best name for this new show? The Real U.S. Cabinet, the Real U.S. House. The Supreme Court has 8 judges and 1 Chief Justice, each handpicked by the president and required to interpret the law for the rest of their lives. Oh my God, we're wearing exactly the same robe? I cannot handle this.
So what? At least mine fits me.
You're so cruel. Alrighty, pick one. All right, dude, you just picked a dis or dat. And this dis or dat questions category is entertainment news is a joke. Okay, I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if someone's in a hurry. Okay, get the monkey out here and let's go. And we're off. Serena Altschultz, Kurt Loder, Norm MacDonald, Kevin Neal, Colin Quinn, Tabitha Soap. One more. That's all of them. You only got 3 right, but look at it this way. At least you're done. Hey, it could be worse. I mean, you could, like, drown in a sewer. Okay, what's up next? Category, please. Coming at you. Directions out of your butt. 10,000 bucks riding on this one. Hey, you know how you make up phrases to help you remember things? Like, every good boy deserves fudge and stuff like that? Which phrase would help you remember the order of the 4 compass points going clockwise from the top? Nobody smells wet eggs. Every nut walks slowly. Never eat stinky worms or suck each nose wart. North, east, south, west. Of course, if you do have to eat stinky worms, just hold your breath. They go down real smooth like. I need a category. And this is school sucks compared to TV. 20,000 bucks says you don't know this one. Eyes up front, we're moving. Which TV show best demonstrates the phrase necessity is the mother of invention? My Two Dads, Murphy. Wouldn't that be necessity is the single mother of invention? The correct answer is MacGyver's the guy who always comes up with some creative solution to a tough problem.
MacGyver, the lava's coming closer.
No problem. I need some tampons, the heel of your shoe, and 60 pounds of cement.
I don't have 60 pounds of cement.
Well, then we're screwed. Okay, I need a category. Pucker up for Surfing USA. 10,000 beanies if you get this one. And we're off. If you go surfing with a bunch of serfs, what'll you be doing? Wiping out with... don't look now, but I think a large seabird just dropped something on your score. For the curious, here's the right answer. Serfs were medieval laborers who were at the mercy of landowners. But they had wicked tans, man. Alrighty, pick one. Don't move, because we'll be right back after this short commercial message.
You've got fever and chills and a runny nose. Malaria doll. You've been bitten by disease-carrying mosquitoes. Malaria doll.
I just give him a squeeze and spread tropical disease.
Malaria doll.
All right, fine. You want to get to the head rush? Consider it done. Oh, you may need this clue. No school today. Well, there may be no school, but there still is the head rush. Good luck. You know, it's not that you did poorly. Don't get me wrong. It's just that you only did slightly better than poorly. Oh, well, I won't tell anybody today. See you next time. Ciao.
Great. Credits and Baby Diva. Find out.
Good morning to ye. Ready for some trivia, are ye? Great. You know, the least you could have done was brush your teeth. What be that on your breath? Corned beef? So, who else? What be your name, matey? Excellent. Your buzzer is the letter B, as in... Oh, heave-ho, everybody. We got a live one here. Let's not keep them waiting.
Hello there, my name's Schmitty. Hey, could you do me a favor and smile real pretty? Great, that goes straight to my website. Okay, boot camp's over. Time for battle. Tell me which category you want. Well, what do we have here? The World Cup runneth over. We're talking $6,000 here, so pay attention. Okay, free your mind. If soccer's World Cup were actually a protective cup the size of the Earth, What would be the approximate length of the package nestled inside? 25,000 miles, huh? No, that'd be the Earth's circumference. And it's nobody's business whether the package is circumferenced or not. Let me show you what I would have picked. The Earth's diameter is about 8,000 miles, so you gotta figure the protected item would be about that big. And yeah, that could make me look good in a Speedo, too. How about picking a category? Coming at you. How far can you go? Pay attention, because this one's worth $6,000. Put it in gear, because here we go. Which of the following is not a far-out fact about actor Jamie Farr? Was born... No, he's got a tournament named after him. It's a ladies' tournament. He presides over the event in a lovely taffeta gown. I could have given you some cash if you picked this one. Jamie wasn't born in Lebanon. He was born in Ohio. Toledo, to be exact. Although I hear he's quite the fan of his Lebanese sausage. Time to select a category. Allow me to introduce Queen's English My Arse. Get it right, I'm handing over $4,000. All right, give me your best shot. What's a brekkie of bangers and bickies? A parade of cars and motors, murderers and pickpockets. No, that's what you call a pub full of English soccer fans. For the curious, here's the right answer. Bangers and bickies are sausage and biscuits. Just be careful when you order more than one.
Right, I'd like to bang a bickies. Ow, blimey, what'd I say?
Go ahead, pick a category. This one's called Here, Please, Take the Beads. And this baby's worth 6,000 big ones. Ready? Good, we're starting. Wow, the most popular girl at Mardi Gras is showing off her blue tits. What's got the crowd so excited? A pair of shoes. The crowd's getting so excited over a pair of birds. And let me tell you, those birds have the sweetest looking nipples I've ever seen. Wanna pick a category? Hey, guess what it's time for?
It's time for licorice mushroom.
Grab hold of this category. Let's give a shout out to Colonel Sanders. Right out of the gate, this one's gonna be worth 10 grand. Okay, now as soon as you figured out what this gibberish phrase rhymes with, buzz in, because the more time you take, the less cash you get. All right, take a look at this gibberish phrase and tell me what it rhymes with. Drumsticks fill. One holler, Stan. Oh, and like most other things in this game, just ignore the punctuation. For your first clue, it's a TV character. AKA Pablo? It's a TV character made of bionic parts. Oh, the bionic Pablo. I'll tell you what, he looks like more than $1 million. You let the clock run down, didn't you? Boy, you had the technology. You think you would have been able to answer the question. Steve Austin is also known as Drumsticks Phil One Holler Stan. Boy, $6 million sure doesn't go as far as it used to, huh? I mean, for that kind of money today, you might be able to get a bionic kidney. Used. Pick a category. This category is, man, I thought this was a topography less bar. This one's worth $4,000. Okay, for this one, hey, it's my nephew, the Brummer. Just back from his trip overseas. How you doing? Hey, I bet that was great, huh?
Yeah, whatever, old man.
Geez, so what did you, learn on your trip?
What did I learn? Here's what I learned, old man. Which of these really blows? The totally lame Mount Everest in Asia, the sucky Mount Vesuvius in Italy, the even suckier Mount McKinley in Alaska, or the completely the biggest mountain in America does not blow. But your mama totally does, dude. Could you, get any lamer? You're totally living in Lamesville. Dude, all aboard the Lamesville Express. First stop, Lamesville. Yeah, Vesuvius is the only volcano listed here, but it's still totally Lamesville.
Well, now, wait a minute. I'm sure it's got some interesting sort of...
Oh, shut up, lame old guy.
Okay, get the hell out now. Bye-bye. Time to make a choice. All rise. The Jack Attack is now in session. Pay close attention to the items on the screen. Well, you can't wait any longer. No problem. Here's your clue. You wear the mustache, I'll wear the cape. And I'll get to Scotland before ye. Not too great considering you didn't have any competition. Let's see your score. That's the game. You know, you kind of remind me of a dead animal on the side of the road on a hot summer day. You stink. Listen closely now. There's a fly buzzing in your ear. It's saying, "You don't know Jack."
The logos are on standby.
Lose legal. Cue logo, please.
Standing by for start of game. Okay, we're on.
Waiters, I was pushing the veal. I'll take the spaghetti. You should have tried the veal, Besser. Spaghetti. Spaghetti. Veal. Well, worry no longer. Thanks to the
the new book, 1001 Excuses Not to Order the Veal. This handy restaurant companion lists over 1,000 excuses to use when you don't want to order veal. Just listen.
I can't eat veal because I'm from Scandinavia.
I'd order the veal, but it causes my limbs to fall off.
Or come dressed as a calf and try the excuse.
How dare you? I'm not a cannibal.
So order 1001 Excuses Not to Order the Veal and have a pleasant...
Yeah, we got a hot one. Everybody at the ready.
I was voted.
We're at 30 seconds.
Donnie here at your back and calm. No, it is. I've got a contestant hunkering for a game.
Okay, you're ready on set. 10 seconds.
All my breath.
Turn your head and cough, please.
6, 5,
Okay, fade to black.
From the makers of Flatchy Sense, the scented suppositories.
Oh, okay, I must be boring you.
Today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by Fashion Barrel Barrelware. Comfort, freedom, style, and the faint smell of pickles. Wear your wood well.
Okay, let's light this sucker. First, I can't feel my potatoes. Oh, I love Pringles. You know what their slogan says? Once you pop, you can't stop. It's so true. If once you popped, you couldn't stop, and you decided to enter a 12-step program at Pringleholics Anonymous, what would be the first step? Weaning yourself away from Pringles, helping others with their Pringle problems, asking forgiveness for your... Say you're sorry for wasting my time. Here's where the money is. The first step of the 12-step program as created by AA is admitting you have a problem and are powerless to your addiction. For the record, I certainly don't have a Pringle problem. I only eat them at parties and nightclub bathrooms and in bed while watching old episodes of Love Connection. It's time for Make This Your Main Profile Question? Who would most likely use the famous surgeon's photograph as their main profile pic on Facebook? Albert Einstein, Dr. Robert Jarvik, Marilyn Monroe. I'm not sure of all the photos of Marilyn Monroe out there. I'd want to see one taken by a surgeon. Okay, maybe. No, honestly. The famous photograph of Nessie poking her head out of the water is known as the surgeon's photograph because it was supposedly taken by a doctor. And since then, the photo has indeed proven to be doctored. By the way, Nessie enjoys water skiing, long walks on the beach at night, and playing Mafia Wars. Oh, and she's a diehard Christian. Bucker up for Who Be You? Which arrangement of B words fills in the following blanks? Blank movie, blank Arthur, blank cool, Sloop John blank. BBBB, 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 or BBBB. B no. No, I'll get this. B movie, B Arthur, Be Cool, the 2005 movie starring John Travolta, and Sloop John B, the Beach Boys song. Hey, Beach Boys, BB. One thing I'm very proud of is that I got straight B's in college, because hepatitis C is the bad one, right? Next, vegetable. Which VeggieTales character would be classified as having an ectomorph body type? Bob the Tomato, Archibald Asparagus, Larry the... Ectomorphs have thin, narrow chests and abdomens. Which is too skinny if you ask me. Personally, I prefer something with a little meat on its bones. Or any meat. Or bones. Like chicken wings. I'm hungry.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
How about yo-ho-ow? And it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, tell me if it's a type of ab exercise, part of a pirate ship, or both. If it's an ab exercise, Press left on your plus control pad. If it's part of a pirate ship, press right on your plus control pad. If it's both, press your A button. Each one right gets you $300. Oh, you already know how to play. Fine. Flying jet, captain's plank, ball bridge, keel, cable chop, full boom. A parrot's about to poop on your score. Of course, the easiest exercise for a pirate to do is the amputated leg lift. That's the end of round 1. And it looks like your score is screaming for help. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And keep in mind, our wrong answer to the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Well, no time like the present. And on its way, I Can't Quit You movie franchise. Suppose they make a sequel to Brokeback Mountain set on the second tallest mountain in the world. What might it be called? Brokeback K2? Brokeback Mountain 2 Matterhorny? Brokeback 2 Never Rest on Everest? Or You know what they say, once you go to Broke Black Mountain, you never go back. Want to see the answer? The mountain known as K2 on the border of Pakistan and China is the second tallest mountain in the world after Mount Everest. Personally, I prefer Brokeback Mountain, the remount. This one's called, My Accountant's a Real Joker. Why might an accountant use a Heath ledger? To keep track of his nerves? To keep track of his... Why the hell would you need to keep track of a fireplace? One right answer coming up. Accountants use ledgers to keep track of things, like heath, a kind of shrubbery. And after a full day of shrubbery accounting, I'm sure he's pretty bushed.
Locking chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
Here we have, American literature is garbage. Okay, somebody sent in somebody's trash.
Looking through your trash bag. What's it say about you? Funky trash.
All right. This steaming pile of trash smells literary. Let's see what we can find. There's an ambulance driver's license from World War I, some Cuban cigar butts, and an empty bottle of foot cream specifically designed for six-toed cats. What famous author does this trash belong to? Mark Twain, John Steinbeck, Ernest Hemingway, or... Come on. Everyone knows Toni Morrison only smokes cigars from Honduras. Want to see the right answer? Ernest Hemingway was a volunteer ambulance driver in World War I, spent 20 years living in Cuba, and owned a collection of six-toed cats known as Hemingway cats. Let's see what else Hemingway threw out. Oh, what's this? A Farewell to Arms 2, Armless and Lovin' It. Jeez, I'll just put that back in the garbage.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, if I know.
Coming up next, I'd like to make a reservation for 6.3 people, please. Based on the average household size in the United States, what might you expect to hear at one of these restaurants? Table for 2.6 at the Cheesecake Factory. Table for... There is an automatic gratuity charge added for stupid answers. Were you thinking of this one? The average American household is made up of 2.6 people, give or take an arm or a torso. Though if you base it on weight, that number increases significantly after eating at Cheesecake Factory.
Hold me, never let me go. And my dream questions.
And now, fries or tater tots? Hey, did you know King Tut was just 9 years old when he became Pharaoh of Egypt? Probably still read the Egyptian funny papers every day. Considering which animal the Egyptians worshipped, which ancient comic strip character would King Tut have enjoyed the most? Garfield Hotep? Marmaduke? The ancient Egyptians were known to revere and worship cats, like Garfield and Garfield Hotep. And they hated Mondays. Step right up. I'm sorry, was I talking too much? Fine, here's your clue. A banana by any other name would smell as banana eat. Perhaps you know these foods by their aliases. Good luck. That's the game! Well, that's 10 minutes of my life I'll never get back. You owe me!
You don't know Jack!
Good game, everyone. Donnie, what's next?
Okay, keep me appeased if you'd like to engage in another tourniquet of wits.
Standing by for start of game. Okay, we are on.
Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? I can't hear myself. I don't think it's working.
If I could have everybody who thinks they're doing a good job just do better because you're not, okay?
You guys think I'm in this? No, I don't think it works. It's not projecting right.
Cue the oboe.
I think if I was going to eat somebody, I'd start with this eye.
No.
Eyes always mean
We're going to stick to this, okay?
it's the best on a chicken. I feel like it's probably the best on a person. Could be. Put a little sriracha on it.
Yeah. Almost. Hello? Hello? No, I don't think it works.
Hi, I'm Mike Builder, General Manager of Jackbox Games. We've been hard at work coming up with new ways that you and your friends and family can play You Don't Know Jack. Don't have a lot of game controllers? Not a problem, because you can play this very game using your phone or tablet as a controller. But that's just the beginning. In the coming years, it's my hope that instead of using a regular controller, you'll be able to play our games using a regular TV remote, a calculator, a block of wood with buttons crudely drawn onto it, or even a garage door opener. But why stop there? We're hard at work making game controllers out of shoes, coffee table books about Paris, electric toothbrushes, farts, family pets, and maybe someday your own mind. My coworkers tell me that most of these are technically impossible, but we already have it working on phones and tablets, and luckily I don't entirely know what the word impossible means. I think the word possible's in there somewhere, so that sounds promising. So if you love You Don't Know Jack, hopefully you'll eventually be playing our other games like Fibbage and Everybody Help Grandma, using just a half-eaten turkey sandwich as a controller. I'm Mike Builder, and I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Come on down to Barbecue Street all week for some great deals on food and fixins. Mondays, it's 25...
Hey, this is Cookie, and I have bad news and good news. Bad news, my Meemaw passed away. The good news, I bought a slide whistle. Hello, you two. Try not to make each other cry, okay? There's your hardware. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button, and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by...
Legal puppets. We've got lawyer puppets, judge puppets, grand jury puppets, bailiff puppets, and new for this season, assistant district attorney puppets. You won't object to our prices?
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor, to get prizes and cash. All right, let's make history.
Get ready, time for question.
Let's begin with, Elvis has left the building. So I've been thinking, the dog goes woof, the cat goes meow, ducks go quack, and fish go blub. But what does Guy Fawkes say? Ring ding ding, I discovered Florida. Wah pa pa pa, Player 1. Player 2. Guy Fawkes is best known, besides being the face on those masks Anonymous wears, for trying to blow up Parliament in 1605. I'm considering blowing up KXCW Rock Radio if they don't stop playing What Does the Fox Say during my morning commute. Why are you still playing that song?
Oh, Mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Next up, the Darjeeling Extremely Limited. And it's a whimsical this or that. Player 1. You could use more cash. Yeah, why don't you take a crack at this one? I'm going to read off 7 items, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a character from a Wes Anderson film or a species of endangered tree. If it's a Wes Anderson character, press the X button. If it's an endangered tree, press the B button. Player 2. Choose your answer before Player 1, and if Player 1 gets it wrong and you get it right, that cash is yours. Okay, let's move. Royal Tenenbaum. Brazil. Osiri Dracul. I didn't really understand that performance. Wes Anderson would be proud. Endangered trees and Wes Anderson films. 2 things I pretend to care about to impress other people.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
I call this one Wreck-It Ralph is just a Hamlet ripoff. Which of these Disney animated films is very, 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 very loosely based on a story by Hans Christian Andersen? Tangled, Pinocchio, Frozen, or... Player 2. Frozen is loosely, and I mean loosely based on the Hans Christian Andersen story, The Snow Queen, in that there is a snowy queen, and pretty much every other single thing in the story is completely different. So if you're a Hans Christian Andersen purist, let it go. Let it go! Player 1. This is what you get when you let your conscience be your guide. And you know what else you get? This Southern lawyer puppet from Legal Puppets. If you can tell the difference between our puppets and an actual lawyer, your next puppet is free. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a tidy $4,000. There you go. Let's try a two mysteriously floating knife. What would be most appropriate for Julius Caesar to say after fighting and defeating the Invisible Man? Veni vidi vici, veni vici, Player 2. Veni vidi vici is Latin for I came, I saw, I conquered. So if Julius Caesar defeated the Invisible Man, why I have no idea, he would most likely omit the I saw portion. I would think fighting the Invisible Man would be a Pyrrhic victory, because with that much blind groping, you're bound to repeatedly grab genitals. Player 1. Honest mistake. Next. I can't hockey mask the pain. Let's say a proud hockey mom is giving birth to a future goalie right this second. If it's a traditional between-the-legs birth, in hockey terms, where is the doctor receiving that baby when he or she comes out? In the mom's one hole, in the mom's two hole? Player 1. Player 2. In hockey, the space between a goalie's legs is called a 5-hole. And if you give birth to a hockey player, you're always guaranteed tickets in the C-section. Round 1 is in the books. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And I want to see some screwing. I didn't hand them out for my health. It's time for Holla to Me, Not At Me. Yo, I'm gonna hook you up with another question. You know what I'm saying? Player 1, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. Linguistics is the study of language. Or as I like to call it, the study of word noises that have brain meanings. But that's just me. I'm a talk-gooder. I happen to be something of a student of linguistics. It's how I became fluent in High Elvish. Hate to break the news to you, Player 2.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Take a stab at quick quirky quiz with quips and quacks. What does the Q in NASDAQ stand for? Quotations, quantifiers, quotient. Player 1. This is gonna hurt. Player 2. The Q in NASDAQ stands for quotations. So taking what the other letters mean, NASDAQ stands for... You know what? No one gives a shit. Next question. Oh wait, I promised to quack. There you go.
Follow me down to the sea.
And now, it's too cold for hot fuzz. Where can you see Simon Pegg in Winnipeg? A screening of Shaun of the Dead in Saskatchewan? A screening of Mission Players 1 and 2? Winnipeg, sometimes affectionately referred to as the Peg, is the largest city in Manitoba, Canada. And you'll also see Frost on the ground there. Nick Frost. He's clumsy. Pucker up for stand up for your rights. Let's say Louis C.K. has a son named Louis, and he has a son named Louis, and so forth, until they've established a dynasty of stand-up comedians named Louis. Which one would you expect to be attacked by an audience revolt and beheaded on stage? Louis C.K. the 14th? Louis C.K. the 15th? Louis C.K. Player 1. Player 2. Louis XVI was captured during the French Revolution and beheaded. The other Louis died of natural causes like old age. But right before Louis XVI got his head chopped off, he did a great bit about how his 5-year-old is a jerk. I'll miss him. And on its way, Ancient Farmville. Hey, help me finish this song. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some Chinese pandas, E-I-E-I-O. Australian kangaroos, E-I-E-I-O. Indian elephants, E-I-E-I-O. Or Mexican. Players 1 and 2. The Olmecs were an ancient Mexican civilization known for their sculptures of giant stone heads. And I don't know how old MacDonald farmed jaguars. I've been milking this one all day, and all I've gotten is 1 cup of milk. I think that's milk. Step right up to the jet. I'm sorry, was I talking too much? Fine, here's your clue. I loved you as Nebuchadnezzar. What Bible character did I love these people as? Player 2, you must be very proud of yourself. I call that a comfortable lead, but since we all know that comfort equals death, let me get you off your lazy ass by reminding you... You don't know Jack!
Binge Pipe not only gives you quality content, we provide menu screens to Binge Pipe. We find what you don't want to watch and then change the cover image, so hopefully that will fool you?
I like being able to stream movies day or night, and I don't mind a lot of buffering during peak hours.
I'm a Spencer. Yeah, that's my name.
I think I'm a ghost.
We are Binge Pipe.
Binge Pipe not only streams the highest quality programming other services passed on, but we also create original content based around our users' most frequent search terms. Please enjoy the following.
This is a very interesting wine because if you look at the label, you can see the cause and date of your death.
If you don't love me, I'm going to war.
Okay, see you when you get back. Bye.
Objection!
Binge Pipe regrettably informs you that we've brought back You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe. Gulp.
Hello, I'm Cookie Masterson, and just like this game, I've been aged to perfection. You're all playing the same game, but each of you is unique in beautiful and bizarre ways. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Time for question 1.
To get things rolling, when I mentioned the anaconda, it was not a euphemism. How long was the longest snake ever discovered? 3 Nicki Minaj's, 4.5 Nicki Minaj's, half a dozen Nicki Minaj's, or 6 Nicki Minaj's and 2... Let's see how that shook out. Nicki Minaj is 5'2", and Sir Mix-a-Lot is 5'11". 6 of the former and 2 of the latter would be just under 43 feet, the length of the largest snake fossil ever discovered. This Titan boa grew larger than the anaconda because it was less picky. It would gladly accept some whether you had buns or not.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Here's one for you. Question McQuestion Face. Remember that online poll to name the research boat and everyone chose Boaty McBoatface and we all realized there was still good in the world? If Boaty McBoatface married the director of the movie Face Off, what would be the full name of the lucky bride? Boaty Bay McBoatface? Boaty Tarantino McBoatface? Boaty Woo McBoatface? Or Boaty Verhoeven McBoatface? And how'd we do? The director of Face Off is John Woo. Now the proud husband of a polar research vessel and father to half a dozen lifeboats.
Why don't we do it with 3?
Try this on for size. Black windshield. But don't trust your smartphone because it's a dis or dat. I'm going to list off 7 titles, and for each one, you tell me if it's an episode of Black Mirror, you know, the depressing sci-fi anthology show about the internet, or an old driver's education film. Answer quick, you'll only have a few seconds to choose between Black Mirror or Driver's Ed. And you're all doing this together, so look alive. Okay, let's do it. Options to live. Be right back. Nosedive. Safety or slaughter. Last date. Metalhead. Anatomy of an accident. Most of you earned my respect. But player 1, tough one. You failed to live up to my already very low expectations.
Customer satisfaction seems to have dipped.
Sounds like it's screw time.
Haha, that's correct, Binge Pipe employee Cookie Masterson. Using the screw makes it harder for all the other players to...
Guess you need to be somewhere, is that it? Okay.
What a mutually satisfying solution.
I don't need you anymore.
I call this one, Ain't No Party Like a Political Party because a political party is carefully mediated. In high school, I did some embarrassing things at my Model UN club, but only one of these stories about my interactions with Icelandic leadership is accurate. I tripped over the president and fell on the king. The prime minister and the queen stole my lunch. The president told the prime minister I liked her. Let's see who got it. This is gonna hurt. In Iceland, the president is the head of state, but the prime minister leads the government. Thus, I was booted out of the Model UN and thrown into the replica Hague. Here's one I like to call a question with a John Oliver twist. Last Week Tonight airs at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. So if the show were broadcast live, what city would actually see Last Week while watching Last Week Tonight? Lima, Moscow, brace yourself. Player 1 just screwed everyone. Time to get social. Who picked what? Say aloha to some points. In Moscow, a live broadcast at 11 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time would air 7 a.m. on Monday, so anyone watching would be seeing a show from last week. For anyone looking for a good laugh to go with their blinis and kasha, don't talk to me before I've had my kasha. Nice screw job, Player 1. I believe this belongs to you. And how'd the audience fare? Good news! This audience is clueless. That means that right answer is worth even more. We'll see if your luck holds out. That's the end of round 1. Let's see who deserves my love.
Currently, player 3 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand, you're negatively affecting our averages. We have another screw to help our targeted numbers.
Round 2 screws have crazier effects. Plus, they earn you a bigger bonus for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't be shy about using that thing. The rest of you better answer fast if you don't want to be screwed. Oh, and remember, questions are worth twice as much in round 2.
Just wonderful, Cookie.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Behold, I never know how to pronounce French names. Which of these French kings relocated his court from Paris to Versailles? Louis, 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 or Louis Louis. What'd you guys pick? Louis the 14th is the gaudy king you're looking for. He wasn't a great guy, but at least he didn't behead all his wives like Henry. La
vie est un canard. 7.
Here we have, consider your beer held. Help me finish this tweet. Me. It would be really gross if there was a liquor flavored with wormwood. Sweden. Hold my Drambuie. Hold my mead. Hold my Malort. Oh, here it comes. Player 1 decided to screw. Quit fidgeting and answer the question. Okay, what'd you pick? Malort is a bitter liquor made from wormwood. You can keep holding my Malort. I don't think I want it back. That screw is a good move, Player 1. Enjoy your cash.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Let's try, will someone think of the mollusks? And Dress Up Kit's Dime Store.
It's time for a
Flavor is no scum.
Remember to type quick. That cache will be counting down until you lock in an answer. Okay, eyes up, here we go. Check out this gibberish phrase and let me know what popular saying it rhymes with. Won't feta bread slugs fight? And don't let that punctuation trip you up. Please rest easy. By avoiding the pests. Stop insects from consuming you while you sleep. Let's see how you did. Player 1. You just didn't get it, did you? What else have we got here? So, what was it? Oh, and as for you guys, I saw what you typed, okay? It didn't escape me, but it's just odd that this is still a thing for people. Back in the day, it was like, oh my God, you type this in and then he talks to you. Yes, it was groundbreaking in the 90s. I mean, so was air travel at one point. But today, is anyone like, it's not possible for this thing to be up in the sky? Anyway, if you want an Easter egg so bad, look at your device. Now, back to the game. This one's called, I Never Forget a French Name. How many times did Louis appear on the screen during that I never know how to pronounce French names question? About 44 times, about 34 times, about 24 times, or never, it was Louis. Hope you like what you picked. Well, let me see. Louis, 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 Louis. Yep, about 34 times. Just wait until I ask you how many times I've said Louis in this game. That'd be a tough one. Coming up next, how many times have I said Louis in this game so far? Just kidding. Who said repetition is the death of magic? David Blaine, Bill Watterson, Tanya Harding, or Louis, 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 Louis. So what'd you pick? Stop making me say Louis, 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 Louis. Stop that. Yep, that was Bill Watterson, the creator of Calvin and Hobbes. But counterpoint, seeing a decal of Calvin peeing on something never gets old. You made it to the attack. Oh, was I talking? Silly me. Here's your clue. I can't believe you went there. Time to figure out who went where. Good luck.
Player 2's got it! Congratulations, Player 2. You were averagely better than your competition. So even though you're a winner,
You don't know Jack!
Bears versus standardized math testing.
Okay, and pencils down.
It's actually pretty boring.
Gluten! Most coaches want their players to succeed. Not Coach Jones. He's a massive dick. Hey guys, what's up? So if you saw my last vid, then you know I took a photo of myself every day for a year. Thanks for all the positive feedback. It was a really fun project, and I learned something about myself while doing it. It turns out I'm a narcissist.